Alright, hello everybody, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the night of the MVP Cup for May. Today, my name is Gorgonoth, and I am joined by my good friend, Snoopy. So, yeah, and looks like we solved the resolution of the screen, I think. That looks pretty good. Had trouble with my OBS settings on that, but yeah, it looks pretty good. It doesn't look stretched to me. Okay, cool, awesome. All right, so for the May MVP Cup, we've got a total of I think 18 players. I'll check-in's closed in like a minute, so I guess we'll see. So yeah, do you know who won the last MVP Cup for April? Kingslayer. He's not here tonight though. Bum. Stop playing StarCraft for Counter-Strike. Yeah, and looking at the bracket, let me see if I can pull it up here in OBS. We've got some pretty good players. I think right now, just right off the bat, I'm probably going to be putting my money on either Jardozer or Kuna. And I haven't seen them go head-to-head a lot. Do you know they have a head-to-head history? It's been a while since I've casted a MVP Cup, so trying to put up the bracket. Nice. I'm getting it. 1 second. There we go. There we go. It's up. Oh, okay, that wasn't refreshed. Now I just got it. So it looks like Kuna and Jardos are getting the buys. It's good for our players. They won't get knocked out super quick. Alright, so are they going to invite us, or do we need to get in there? Alright, before we get into the game, I just need to grab something real quick. Sorry, 1 second. All right, so that game didn't work out. Was there a walkover? Yes, I'm pretty hyped for this MVP Cup. This is something we've had this tradition going on for a really long time, and we've got some really good GM level players, high masters too. So it's kind of like the creme de la creme of Psionic Aftermath, duking it out. It's nice. Then of course we do have the MVD Cup, which we already had, so that's for the lower league. So getting everybody in there for a really cool tournament. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Jardos are slaying it in the weight room as well. So yeah, Jordo Kuna. I'm surprised he didn't. I guess Kuna. I'm predicting Kuna will be top 4 as well. He might be a semifinalist. Dropped him saying Kuna and Jetrix will go top 4. Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty good. Kind of disappointed Kingslayer didn't join because I wanted to see the previous, the one holding the throne have to hand it off to somebody else. Mm-hmm. And of course we've got I'm not sure if you mentioned this, but prize pool here, $15 for first place and $5 for second. So we got some money on the line. So this is... Yeah, and so this has ceased being a friendly tournament now. This is all for the money. It's serious now. Alright, so I guess we're just waiting for prime time. So all series are a best of 3, right? Or a best of 5? Okay. Xenodactyl in the chat. How you doing, buddy? I need to look at these ladder maps. You? Oh, wait a second. How about now? Can you talk? Try talking now. Try talking now, Snoopy. Wait, now I can't hear you. 1 second. Snoopy, can you try talking?
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear. Sorry, I couldn't hear you for a sec. Just can you try?
Okay.
Yeah, now I can hear you. Sorry about that, guys. I think Snoopy was silenced for a little bit.
Yeah. Just let us know if you guys hear me. Oh, okay. So Zeno says he hears me now. So all that time I was pretty much talking to you.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's okay.
All right.
All right. So we're just gonna go ahead and wait for Prime Time to come back. He is great or Fade. He has a bunch of names. He has Veins or Great or Fade. He gonna go ahead and veto Dreamcatcher. And we'll just have to wait for Prime Time to come back to veto his map.
Oops. Okay.
To be honest, I I feel like we should change up the uh the map vetoing process because I feel like it takes too long. What do you think?
It was just the ABAB, and then until you get to 3 maps.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get that's kind of a tried and true map vetoing process.
Yeah, but it's just a little bit time consuming, I feel. But
Yeah.
anyways, dropped in says Snoopy's calming voice.
Yeah.
Thank
Man, I'm
you.
really bummed I did not catch that. Okay. Strike one for me. Just gotta remember to switch the overlays now.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll be your backup. I'll check. You know.
Thanks. Got my back.
Do you have stream delay on the stream, or just no stream
There's
delay?
no stream delay on the stream.
Okay. So we can make sure that immediately in case you don't change your overlay there.
So we got Chronotrons in the chat. Hey man, what's going on? Sushi as well. The Godfather.
All right, Prime Time is back, so we'll just have him veto his map.
It's kind of bummed. I wanted to look at the maps, ladder maps, just to examine them a little bit more, but I can't when I'm in the party. It's kind of lame. Okay, looks like Primetime vetoed Redshift, and Fade vetoed Darkness.
Yep. So that will leave Lost and Found, Catalyst, Acid Plant, and 16-bit.
Primetime just vetoed 16-bit. Dreamcatcher's in there too, right?
Yeah, that was the first map that Fade vetoed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So it looks like they have the final 3 maps. So Catalyst, Acid Plant, and what's the other one?
Acid Plant, Catalyst, and Lost and Found.
Lost and Found. All right. Not a big surprise they vetoed Redshift and Darkness. What will be the first map? Catalyst and Acid Plant, of course, two that stuck around from the last ladder pool.
Oh yeah, yeah. So they're. I expect that Acid Plant, at least, Acid Plant and Catalyst will be chosen a lot tonight. All right, it looks like Lost and Found will be our first map. We can finally start the game here.
Awesome.
All right, let's look at the bracket here. Oh wow, Yanfu just he just took old Mr. Everly,
Whoa, that
which
was
was
fast.
yeah, that was pretty fast.
All right, so we got a PVZ here, Primetime and Fade.
All right, both players are ready, so here we go. Countdown has begun.
That was really fast too. I guess he rushed him. Still a
Well,
little.
I think yeah, Mr. Everly is I think like plat or diamond or something, so, and Yanfu was like GM almost around there.
I'm still a little bit weird for me seeing Yanfu on our team because he was on Pigpan for so long. I know he's been here for probably like months, but still, every time I see him, I think like, wow. Played for us. I played for Pigpan the CTL season 17, 18, I think.
All right, looks like Kronson saying Fate is a PvP god. However, this is actually going to be a PvZ here, so we'll see how this PvZ game is.
All right, for our first map here, the first casted match of the MVP Cup. In the top corner here, the green Zerg, it's prime time.
And spotting at the bottom left, we have our orange Protoss here, representing none other than Psionic Aftermath. It is Fade. I should probably exclude the representing Psionic Aftermath as pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's this is an in-house tournament, so it's kind of pointless to actually note that. But anyhow, we have a Pylon Scout, which is pretty common against Zerg, as there's always that chance of getting 12 pool. You want to scout that as soon as possible, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a 12 pool. Primetime is going to go for a 17 hatch here.
Okay. Yeah. And okay, going to be going for a 2-gate here. Interesting.
He did scout no rush, so I'm actually wondering why he made the second gateway. And actually the second gas too. Huh.
Gonna try to play a little bit all-in-ish here.
Maybe, yeah, well, not all in. I think he's still looking to expand, but I think he's probably going to do some depth or maybe some pressure, Zealot pressure, chrono boosting that out. It might be a Zealot 2 Stalker push, maybe. I'm not sure. Although he is really supply blocked because he's actually not planted down his second pylon here.
Okay, now he's got a proxy pylon here.
Oh, actually, yeah, I didn't see that. Wow.
And it's
So we have a proxy here. I'm expecting a robo.
yeah, and the Overlord it's just out of range of the Overlord, barely. So Fade actually got really lucky here that didn't get scouted. Because this is like,
Oh wow.
this is weird.
Yeah. Oh, it's get scouted. This is pretty bad. It's not looking too well for Fade here.
Just to cancel those are wasted. Which is why.
Oh, so he's gonna actually use one of the shoot batteries to save that pylon, and I think he will be able to save it, but with a bunch of energy gone already.
So I'm curious as to what the. I guess this is just a base hero. Zealot's getting surrounded though. Cannot lose that. That's a big pickup. This build
Every unit counts.
Yeah, doesn't want to waste too many units there. That was actually could have been a pretty big one. He's coming in here with 2 adepts. Beta out, nice. Didn't lose any health there, only shields.
Ooh, probably wasn't the best time to actually throw down a creep tumor there, but
Okay.
okay, so Yeah, so this interesting. He finally throw down his robotics facility. So probably we're looking to throw down a mortal pretty soon. Now Primetime, he's making a Roach Warren, but I'm not sure if he could get his Roach Warren in. I mean his roaches in time. Maybe it's gonna be close. But speed is done for Primetime here. Oh, that's actually a bad shade there.
Yeah, just gonna lose those 2 adepts for free. If he had a higher adept count now, although there's warp gate, so he's gonna be warping 3 zealots in, and if the immortal comes out, this actually is a decently timed push. Needs to wait for the immortal. Here we go. He's diving on one of the queens. Okay, immortal coming in. Needs to wait for that. Zealots. Oh, a lot of lings though.
Oh, but I'm not sure if it's enough lings. He's making 14 in the production tab. So we'll see if that works, but I don't know. If lings against zealots and the depths here, I'm not sure if that's the best choice. I think a spine crawlers would have been better, I think.
Yeah, would have gotten a lot more value out of this. Although the immortal gets surrounded though, but it may not matter because there's so many zealots. Although the queen transfuses are on point.
Oh, will he get that mortal? Ah, just barely.
Those shield batteries in this position are so strong. The wraparound of the lings though, and he hasn't even gotten a queen. Their first queen goes down.
Oh, but that mortal's still alive, doing a lot of damage in the back. Captain's gonna try to get this around, and oh man, that shield armor thing just came up with a mortal, but finally that mortal goes down. Oh, and great GG's. What a hold by Primetime.
Yeah, so I think that push could have worked, but I think he should have been a little bit more patient. Diving in there onto the queens, he only got 2 queens for that entire army.
Yeah, I mean it looked scary, for a second there, but Primetime. Oh wait, I think Primetime's map pick, right? Yeah. Yeah, it looked actually pretty scary. I wasn't actually sure he was gonna hold. He just managed to hold with just lings and queens.
Yeah, interesting idea. He got lucky there that didn't get scouted early.
Yeah, for sure. But to be fair, I think that was I don't usually see that much. Usually I'll see like maybe a robo drone down first, just to get the immortal production rolling and stuff. But anyhow, let's see if Fade can respond. Both players are ready, so here we go into our second game of this series.
On Catalyst. Now, what do you... I mean, I think we talked about this a little bit last time, as far as the balance. You think Catalyst is the map that's a favored for Zerg in this situation?
I feel like the early game definitely favors Zerg, just because of the map distance. You can see, Zerg's Russian. But then I think later on it becomes pretty even. I think the third base, although there's a huge wide open area, I think you can still defend it as a Protoss, as well as a Zerg. So I would say pretty balanced once it gets to the mid game around there to late game.
Yeah, seems pretty smart, and especially because the nerf on the Dropper Lords definitely seems a bit more balanced.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for game 2 here, the Green Zerg up a game. It's Primetime. And
at the top left, down 0-1, looking to tie it up, it is the Orange Protoss. It is Fade.
So it is pretty cool to see unorthodox builds out of Protosses in this situation. I think that was pretty cool. I think if you take that build, you hone it down, you optimize it really well, you might be able to make it work in some situations. So I really like the concept of that build, pushing forward and abusing the shield batteries there.
Yeah, I mean, like imagine if Primetime didn't actually scout that as early as he did. Like, you can never tell. Like, that could have actually worked really well for Fade there, and he could be up 1-0 instead of down 0-1. So yeah, it's pretty nice to just change it up and kind of go against the meta these days. Change it up.
Yeah. And of course, I'm not going for the second gate, just going for the standard next before core.
Oh, Chronoton actually makes a good point. Like, even though he lost that game, it puts Zerg on alert.
It's true. In the series mentality, it gets the Zerg on its toes, so it's nice. It can make them be over defensive when they don't need to be, which can play in your hand as well.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so Cybernetic Core just finished. We shall see his tech of choice pretty soon here. So far, just gonna go ahead and Chrono Boost in a Deb, and without that, not a lot. Okay, so he put in his gas into the Stargate, which is pretty much the most common PvZ opening these days.
Yeah, Catalyst's a good map for Stargate as well. It got a lot of open space, and the Zerg third all in a line is nice. And it's a big map too, so if you especially if you get a Phoenix out, you're gonna have a lot of map control. Picking off overlords can be nice.
Yeah, there's so many options nowadays with the Stargate opening. You can go for Oracle opening, or you can go for Phoenix and kill the Overlord and transition into maybe like a Archon drop or even like a 8-gate charge lot. So very diverse build. Looks like the depths did scout in, but gonna go ahead and retreat. Did not see anything too crazy, as it looks like Primetime is just busy macroing. Nothing, no Roach Warren or Baneless already on the way.
Yeah, so both players solid in their builds. Yeah, so it will be a Phoenix, and I like that a lot.
The Lynx just got into the natural.
Oh. Okay,
He will be able to scout this too.
All right, good probe drill there. And again, catching the Lings. Only losing 2 probes, not a bad trade.
Yeah, but it did disrupt a good amount of mining, and it allowed him to scout, detect the Stargate and the Twilight Council. So Primetime should know what's up.
Yeah, and there's the Phoenix. Gonna get a few Overlords. Will we see an Oracle? Sometimes it's not uncommon to see an Oracle after Phoenix.
No, this is actually, I saw this build from Parting. I actually started to learn it. It's you make the Stargate, you make the Phoenix kill any Overlords, so they don't scout that you're gonna go for a charge lot all in. You see, he pulled all his probes off gas.
Wow.
He's going.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going for just a mass gateway here. He's gonna wait for that warp prism and then fly across and just warp in a bunch of charge lot and do an all in here. It's pretty much an all in here because you're not mining gas, so it's kind of tough, really tough to transition if it fails.
So Fade with the mind games. He's he's very aware of the mental aspect of the series, so it's fun when players try to get in each other's heads.
Yeah, but it looks like Primetime he's going for a Roach Warren, and I would say Roach are probably the one of the best counters to that charge lot, that charge lot build. So if he makes enough roaches, I feel like he should be able to defend against this, but we shall see.
Yeah, and good +1 timing as well from Primetime.
You might want to update the best of series number in the...
All right, Control-Shift-3, right? There we go.
Yeah.
In the Phoenix coming in here as well, it's going to scare off the Overlords and get a Overlord kill. Might food captain here, which would be really nice. So here we go. They're getting on top of a couple transferring drones. That is nice. Zealot's King split up a little bit, though.
Yeah, Primetime actually got a little bit too greedy. Up to 59 drones without any army, so this Zealot charging could actually work for him. 9 roaches on the production tab.
He's going to lose this Phoenix, though. Okay, backs away just in the nick of time. He already got up to 8 drones and climbing. There's some Lings scattered around. This is doing so well. The roaches pulled at the wrong time. This might just be a win from Fade.
Yep. It's looking very much like it. He got too greedy, made too much drones there, and I think he just got caught with his pants down.
Wow. Yeah, that was just mopped up. Lost 35 drones there. Fade banking a ton of minerals, microing those lings. Yeah, so getting so many drones here is insane. Up to 40 now.
Yeah. Another wave of charge lot coming in. And look at that, even the fourth base coming down for prime time. You got super greedy there.
GG.
And Fade, he ties it up 1-1 in this best of 3. So next person who wins this next game will move on to the next round.
That was really crisp timing. How many gates was that?
I believe it should be 8.
8 gates, yeah. Because at first, the first little force of zealots looked like it got split up and might have gotten chewed up by some roaches, but then the 8 gate consistent warp in was just way too much against like 60 drones. So Primetime saying it's too greedy.
yeah, he knows. Lord Terran says you need to stop droning around 45 to 50. Yep, that's correct. You can't over drone there. That's usually around the number of drones you want to have once you spot like those type of 2 base pushes.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Roach Warren and the +1 timing was actually decent. So if he would have stopped, like you said, around 45, 50 drones, he probably would have been able to hold that. And then, Fade would be the one behind because he's on 2 bases.
Yeah. Yeah, that build is, Lord Turn says he sees that build in open tournaments so often. Yeah, that build is actually in the meta right now. It's pretty common, so. So a good build to take away, or copy at least. However, this is going to be on Acid Plant this time. We'll see if Fade goes for that same build or changes up. So far, he's been mixing up with a lot of cheese and 2 base all in. We'll see if he plays a macro game this time. But anyhow, spawning at the bottom right, we have our orange Protoss. It is none other than Fade.
And in the top, the green Zerg lost a game. Will he be able to take it 2-1? It's the green Zerg prime time.
It is certainly prime time right now.
Yeah, this is when it really matters, so. Alright, going for the gate. Probably will just go gate. Nexus, normal. Don't think he's going to want to try to pull out any 2 gate shenanigans.
Now, I would actually say that this map is probably good for that Stargate build that Fade was going for. Just because I feel like the pathing, even though it's not just on first glance, like the raw distance isn't too far, but just because of the pathing, kind of zigzags, so it makes the pathing a little bit longer. So usually I don't see a lot of cheeses or rushes on this map, which is exactly what both players are doing. They're just pretty much macroing, going for standard openings here.
Yeah, as a wise man once said, this map is very dingy.
Dingy.
I think that was Sal said that one time. It's funny. I always think of that whenever I see Acid Plant now.
Yeah, it looks like Lord Terran is loving your voice.
Oh, thanks, man. I was tuning into your cast the other day and I couldn't figure out who was who in the voices. So, glad you like it.
All right, so looks like both players just playing it pretty standard, nothing too crazy. The Stargate, I mean not the Stargate, the Cybernetic Core does finish. The Overlord does spots it. And this time he's not going to go for the Stargate here. He's going to actually go for the Depths and the Warp Gate. So I'm expecting maybe probably a different opening here instead of Stargate.
We've got a probe in the corner for Fade. Might be a proxy pylon here. Might do a proxy Stargate. Yep, there it is. Proxy Stargate.
Oh, proxy Stargate.
Yeah, good third base time for prime time. So I like this a lot. You know, like I feel like Phoenixes are sometimes one of the most underutilized units in StarCraft 2 at this point. Getting the map presence with that, and you know, scouting information, and you know, in StarCraft 2, players are a little bit more careless with their overlords. Maybe less so at this level, but you can get so many overlord snipes often with just one Phoenix. He might be going for Oracle here though. Okay, gonna be an Oracle, so maybe more of a timing push. Or just some economic harass, you know. Oracles are good, whatever. Stasis wards. They gain value. Although these adepts here are getting trapped, he's gonna be able to fade one out, I think. Yeah.
Ooh, just got out with 30 life there. And I love what Primetime is doing right now. He's started to spread the creep. As you see in the natural and the dirt, they're pretty far apart. So it's always really smart to start creeping and spreading that creep towards your dirt base as soon as possible. So that way, if there's attack on your dirt, you can bring over the queen, and they won't actually be slow. They'll actually help defend pretty quickly there.
Yeah. So
we actually have an Oracle at the main base here. Got 3 drones.
Nice. 5.
Oh, just ran out of. Oh, get a 6. Yep, he got a 6, a 7. Nice.
8.
Oh, if he can. Yeah, he's actually gonna get out alive. So this is really good. 8 drones and survives.
Yeah, and it looks like Fade's going also for the charge lot again in a War Prism, so maybe he's gonna try to go for a, you know, Oracle charge lot push.
Yeah, it looks.
Well,
maybe. Although he still has. No, maybe he's actually going for a. Actually, I'm not sure. He's still mining gas, so it's not gonna be a super strong, but it could be just for some some pressure or something.
Okay, so he places a Nexus, so he's not going for some sort of super early pressure.
Yeah. So most likely. Oh wow, he's actually getting a dirt and 4th. Wow. Okay. Also, no, he's actually gonna cancel the other one. I was about to say that's pretty crazy there.
Yeah, it looks like, okay, there's only one Spore Crawler in the main. Oracle's coming in. You get a few probes. Drones, sorry. Ooh, loses an Oracle, though. Escapes with 4 drones. 4 drones for an Oracle, not a horrible trade. But wants to keep him alive if he can.
Alright, so looks like, yeah, right now, Fade doing really well on the economic side. He's up 43 to 41 probes, and he's got that dirt about to be finished. It doesn't look like he's going to actually get pressured. At least Primetime doesn't look like he's going to move out anytime soon. Instead, it looks like Fade's going to go ahead and transition into the Archon charge lot, Immortal type of composition, which is... Oh no, okay, so for a second there, he actually made 2 Templar Archon. He just realized it, canceled it.
Yeah, so Fade's macro's been pretty on point. He's getting his 3rd up. It's a bit late. But then, you know, the gates are going to be on time. He's going to get Archons pretty quick. And pretty soon he's going to be on base parity with Primetime, which is good. Unless Primetime gets the 4th pretty soon. He's going to want to.
Yeah, it looks like, his 4th is just super late now. Actually, I think he's just going for this, maybe a timing push. He has barely any drones at the third base, so yeah, he's definitely gonna push with this Roach links with links. Once I think Roach speed finishes, I think that's when he'll move out. Oh, actually, no, he's now transitioning back into drone. So, interesting.
Okay, Roach Speed is going to finish for this attack. And Fade's got to be careful because if he moves all the way over here, then Primetime could come down and attack the third, which looks like, yeah, he's going to do that straight away. Or maybe going to try to wrap around. We'll see. Yep, going to go for that.
Fade's got to be careful because right now Primetime is ahead 72 to 65 army supply. His third is kind of naked. There's not much defense there. Although I think Fade's going to go ahead and go for a space trade here. And remember, he has a recall, so he can actually recall back to his base. Oh, it looks like Primetime's going to retreat. Oh, here we go.
Okay, Fade getting a really good position. A lot of Archons here. He needs to get warping in now.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of Archons.
Yeah, this is a really good angle for Fade. Getting on top of those roaches, using the transfuses up pretty efficiently. But he's lost 22 drones already. He's warping his feedlots in the net. He's going for the third, and I think this will be it for Primetime.
Yeah, I mean, 26 workers at this point, and that third is definitely going down at the very least. So well done by Fade here, pulling off a great timing here.
Yeah, Fade's been looking really solid. Macro, warping, cycles. GG is called. Fade will win it 2-1.
All right. And luckily for us, Jetrix's series is up. Next.
Looks like we got some decent amount of people in the chat. It's nice.
Oh, hey guys. Wow, 18 viewers, so welcome. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket. Okay, Yenfu won ahead. Jin got a walkover win. Chris 1-0. Jetrix 1-0. Sissy 1-0 against Terran Lord. So we have a Jetrix versus Sissy Yip.
It's a hard name to say. Sisype. Sage. Almost like Skyther, the Pokemon. Skyther.
Alright, we're gonna have to leave that. Suggest into the party. Okay. So we have two almost GM level players here for our second round, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I can't... It's kind of a... I don't know. But I can't pull up the bracket on my computer. And then it... Like, StarCraft quits. And then... So that's weird, but... Trying to do it on my phone, but it's so tiny. Jetrix, no, Jetrix says I'm not neat. I mean, I'm, asking me if I'm named after something. Apparently there's a, like, Norwegian death metal group named Gorgoroth. Oh. Somebody thought I named it after that. I did not. I did not know that existed, so... I wonder if a lot of people think that's what I named it off of, which is funny.
Alright, so first map is Callus.
Yeah, so people just stick in with Callus and Acid Plant, like those old maps.
Like I said. And third is Lost and Found, so Lost and Found is like the third map as well. Because they chose Lost and Found in the last series too, so... Looks like everyone has their favorite.
Yeah, not quite comfortable with those new maps yet. Don't blame them. Yeah, I'm not named it. I made the name up when I was like, I don't know. It was like a Clash of Clans name for some. I don't know. My old Breed War tag when I was played was Probe King. So that was my tag for a while. Then I figured I had to come up with something cooler.
Oh, I don't know. Probe King sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I still ladder with it, so.
Oh, nice.
All right.
All right.
Sorry, you want to take it away, Snoopy?
All right, I'll introduce the first player here. At the bottom right, we have the blue Protoss. It is none other than Jeterix.
And in the top, the light teal or pink, light pink Zerg. It's Sisich. Sisiep. There we go.
Yeah. I just noticed on Jeterix, he actually has that trophy with the ultras on top. So that pretty much means he won a tournament before.
Oh,
so
like
that's pretty nice.
the automated tournaments?
Yeah, yeah. You see on his Nexus, he has that little thing next to it, rotating.
Right, I see. Yeah, it's cool.
That's that trophy there. So sorry for the Terran players out there. We have another PBZ. Promise we'll change it up next series. We'll get a different matchup to cast. But for the meantime, let's cast this another PBZ. And it's again gonna be on Catalyst here.
You got a hold of your salty Terran tears for another round. And it's gonna be Gate Nexus expand. I mean, I think that's just the bread and butter here. First time we saw it, 2 Gate was quite weird.
Now these players, they're pretty much in around the same level in terms of skill level and MMR. So I expect this series to be actually really close and really competitive here.
Yeah. They're both. Are they pretty low GMs or just over the edge?
I mean, MMR wise, they're around high masses, low GM around there.
Okay.
Because for me personally, I would, Jeterix does have Jeterix and Sissy both have the GM border, but in my heart of heart, I feel like 5,350 MMR is and above is GM level, and they're around like 5,300 around there.
Okay.
So yeah, so they're not pretty. They're pretty close. So
yeah. All right. So for Jeterix, we have our first build decision here. We got a Stargate going down on Catalyst. Yes.
yeah, we have Jeterix. I'll go ahead.
I was saying Stargate. I think I feel like Stargate's one of the most powerful openers that Protoss can do in a PvZ for most maps. And especially if you're at this level, you have the micro, go Phoenix, go Oracle, make the most out of it. And we're going to see that first Oracle.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like Jeterix is going to go ahead and try to do some depth pressure in the main base. He's already gotten how many drones? One drone. Okay. But yeah, I think he's going to survive with this depth, so pretty nice harass. And that actually is going to go ahead and kind of distract him from getting some spore callers, but the Overlord just spotted the Stargate, so he should be starting some spore callers like just right now. Like right now. Okay. Actually, I guess he's just not paying attention. He's gonna go ahead and actually suffer some drone damage from these Oracles.
Yeah, the Oracle's going to fly into the third, which has the least amount of drones, so he might be okay, but also no queens. Oh, okay. Escapes with one of the drones there. Nice. Or, yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, banking it? Okay, gets it there. Nice. So total of 4 drones and quite a bit of larvae.
Wow, yeah. So pretty good damage, and we'll get that out alive, so it can definitely come back later on. It's unfortunate because Sissy did have the Overlord Scout on that Stargate. Definitely could have made the spore closer, but I guess he just wasn't paying attention. He just kind of moved the Overlord and queued it up, so I guess he just wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, so, well, he got him in the Nat in the main, but I think he neglected the third. That's what happened. So, more adepts being morphed in. It's actually quite a high number. Might try to get some pressure in at the third. See?
Yeah, so this is pretty much like the I guess I learned this build from Salavance, so I kind of know what's up. You basically get 2 Oracles, and you get 3 gates, and you get depth glaives, and you hit a timing. Like once the glaives is almost done researching, that's when you kind of move out with the depth, and then you get 2 Robos behind that.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's exactly the build. So is he going to try to push? So right now, pretty much when the glaives is finishing. We're getting a few more drones. Nice. Not losing the oracles. Oh, lost one of the oracles there. Bummer. Try to dive in.
Yeah, you want to save those oracles because when the adepts hit, that's when you want to gather up with the oracle and attack with it. But he's just gonna go ahead and rely on his the depths here, as his last oracle is already out of energy, so it's not gonna help in the fight. So we'll see if Sissy can anticipate this and prepare for this. So far, not a lot of army here. Oh boy, this actually can do a lot of damage here.
It needs to shade in. Okay, looks like it'll be scouted now. Shades into the Nat, and meanwhile, he's going to snipe those drones. No transfuses. I think he should just stay at the third. Okay, no, going to go to this Nat, but I think the drone pull is going to be really good there. But can get the drone, can get the queens. No mana for the transfuses.
I like how you said mana.
Sorry. Occasionally, some suplex. Yeah, so I mean, okay, get some drones. But I think if he would have stayed at the third, would have been a lot better. Now he's still doing insanely well. And maybe not.
Yeah, the natural. Oh my god, the natural is getting so much drones.
Oh my goodness. The Ling's just sitting around. Those last like 10 drones were totally unnecessary.
Yeah, 18 drones. Oh man.
And more like, they're going to dive in at the third as well. This is so bad. He's taking so many unnecessary losses. Going to dive into the Nat. And with the double robo behind this, he's getting immortals. Although, he's got to be worried. Yeah, but I mean, the economic damages. He's lost 36 drones. And climbing.
This is like game-ending damage here.
GG.
Sissy is not even going to try. He's going to go ahead and GG. And well done by Jetrix, going up 1-0 in this best of 3 series here.
Nice. Jetrix, man, he's that was a really well executed build, and I'm a little bit surprised that Psionic didn't have an Overlord out in the middle of the map. That's like major attack path. Or a Ling.
Yeah, definitely want to have a spotter Ling. That way you can actually see when the Protoss actually moves out. It's always nice to have some spotter Lings there. Kind of hard on that map for Overlord, except the one in the natural where you can hide on the tower. But other than that, you definitely want to actually send out a Ling or two.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was one of the things that remember I asked, like, I forget, I don't know, somebody said it, maybe it was, I don't know, day 9 or something. That was the main difference between like a High Masters and then a GM level, is that GM map presence, map vision is really on point. Or maybe it was High Masters, Low Masters, but that's a point where you're not losing games based on not having map vision at that point, at this GM point. So a little bit surprised there, and I'm sure that Sissy will make sure he's on that in this game. Can't afford another stake like that. This is a best of 3.
Yep, and if he wins, the Jetrix win this next game, he's definitely going to go ahead and go into the next round. And let's go ahead and introduce our players here at the bottom right. The blue Protoss, I just introduced him actually. But anyhow, it is Jetrix.
And in the top, the pink Zerg. Down a game, it's Sissy. There we go. You gave me him again. Why'd you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the way his ID is spelled out makes it a little hard, but yeah, me and Salavance, I think, answered his game once, and we were asking him how to pronounce it, and he said Sissy, yeah, right now.
Had that with Koi's for the longest time.
Oh yeah, Who's and Koi's.
Koizi. There's like 5 different ways to pronounce Koizi's name.
I always pronounce his name as Kuz.
Kuz, yeah.
Yeah.
It could be. I'm pretty sure he told us it was Koiz.
Oh, okay.
Kaiz. That was a long time ago
Yeah.
when Koiz was active. Yeah, so pretty much same builds again to open both players.
Oh, by the way, during the last game, I saw Lanfear in the chat typing how the second round is like so stacked. Just looking at the bracket, I could yeah, it's like really stacked and really good turnout for this MVP Cup, which is awesome.
We've got a really solid GM presence, PsiX does, so that's really cool to see. GM High Masters, that level. And was that I think that third's a bit fast. I think wasn't it 230, 245 is normal third time? Or am I thinking of something else?
Yeah, it's definitely looking like Sissy is going for a really macro, just gonna go ahead and try to drone up really a lot. But it looks like Jedrick's going for that same build, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? You just
Yeah,
go ahead,
sure.
try it again. Now it will be pretty heartbreaking if Sissy actually loses to the same thing again. It's like, you know, if you get Cannon Rush one game and you get Cannon Rush the second game, you loses both in the same, you know, same time, and it's like, I knew this build.
Yeah, I know. It's rough. And okay, now Sisiep has an opportunity to make spores on time. Will he utilize that? Is the question. Spores pretty good.
Yeah, actually between games he actually said that spores are pretty good.
So. Oh yeah, okay.
So he's definitely aware. Although he might actually want to start. Oh, actually no. He's gonna get a Phoenix. So yeah, usually when you get scouted as a Protoss with the Overlord, you just go ahead and transition into a Phoenix, and it's up to you whether to actually get Oracle right afterwards or just transition into a Twilight Council and get some charge or depth waves. But it looks like yeah, he's just gonna go ahead and make one Phoenix.
Okay. That's nice.
And yeah, this just look like Twilight Council.
Is he floating in another Overlord here? And charge. Starting.
Alright, so it's gonna be charge. I'm wondering if he's actually gonna make a Twilight Council. I mean, not Twilight Council, Templar Archive. Maybe go for a Archon drop with a 4-gate, but it looks like he's just gonna go stick with 3-gate. Oh no, actually he's throwing down a 4th gate here. A 5th gate here, a 6th gate here. He's going all in here. Yep, he's pulled all the boys from the gas. And it's gonna be that same build that we saw in the last series with the 8-gate charge lot that Fade did.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna get a War Prism. Interesting, okay.
Now, if you recall, Primetime did not actually expect that build, like to see all the charge lot, and he kind of went greedy. He made 60 drones with 4 hatcheries. This time it's going to be different though. Sissy still on 3 hatcheries, but at 43 workers. So he should be able to defend better than what Primetime did.
Yeah, a little bit surprised Jedrick's not active with that Phoenix here. And it's funny, Sisiep does not have spores in his main or his nat. An Oracle came in here, so been absolutely decimating. Getting lucky here. And the Phoenix moving out, we'll scout that. That's huge.
Now, whether he paid attention, that's another question. Oh, here we go.
Okay, good focus firing, and there's actually going to be some friendly... Okay, almost was some big friendly fire there. But this is scouted, and that's the important part. Now they can start throwing down some spines and defend.
I think he could just defend with just banelings, because if you see the unit composition, it's just mostly is charge lot. If you can actually get some good baneling hits, I think he should be able to. Oh, actually, will he actually evacuate that third? No, actually, he's gonna go ahead and fight this. Oh, these banelings!
Oh, those are
Great
huge.
connection.
Okay, there's some Zealots in the main, though, and that's going to be a huge warping. Zealots going to get on top of that. Get some drones. There's actually not a ton of drones going down. Going to go for the Bane Nest, it looks like.
Need some banelings.
Okay, free reigns on the drones in the main. That's huge.
Oh, yeah, those drones definitely got to evacuate. If he can hold on against this, he's still ahead. 48 to 37 workers.
Okay, big Bane hits, but they kind of all funneled onto a couple Zealots at a time. Didn't get a ton of splash, and he's losing more and more drones. The War Prism is still here. Pretty much cleaned up the drones in the main, and warping in more Zealots. GG, and Jetrix will win 2-0.
Oh, man. Tough break there. But well done by Jetrix. That build, pretty strong, as you can see.
Yeah.
And, we'll go ahead and start casting our next series here once we find one. We should get one with Terran. So let's go ahead and get actually Kuna Matata. Or maybe Jin.
Let's do Kuna. I mean, well, it's up to you, but wouldn't mind seeing Kuna.
Alright, let's just ask the chat then.
Okay.
You guys want to see Kuna Matata versus Chris? Or do you want to see Yenfu or Halo? Or Shinobu? It goes by like 3 different names. Versus Jin.
So while they're asking, just maybe we can just dissect that game a little bit. I don't like him defending with Bane Nest. It's really temperamental, and Chargelots are really good against Banes. And then, you know, like what happens once he gets the Bane Nest, it's pretty much over. So getting Roaches would have been, I think, way better, and he had plenty of time to do that. So I don't think getting Banes was the best call to defend that. I don't know what you think about that.
Well, I saw he was trying to go for a Ling Baneling attack. I feel like to try to cancel the dirt, maybe. I feel, but then I think he he wasn't expecting all those charge lot. So I think it would have been iffy if he got the Roach Warren at that point and tried to make Roaches, because the charge lot was, you know, walking across the map. So I think maybe put some Spine at the natural or at the dirt, and then defend with just Ling and Baneling, because I don't think Roaches would have come out in time. I feel now.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it was a tough situation, but it's almost like I think he had the supply to deal with it, but it was just a little bit awkward, the defense. Because if the charge lots are really split up, then Banes are pretty bad.
Yeah, that's true. You can always definitely split against Banelings, and which is what Jetrix kind of did at the main base once he warped in that second wave, or that next wave of Zealot. But let's go ahead and actually invite Kuna to a party, and Chris.
Awesome. We still have Jetrix in the chat. I mean, in the party. You're gonna have to get out, I think.
Yeah.
He's gonna observe.
Remove.
Oh, looks like Kuna said they played a game.
Yeah. All right. So 16-bit is the next map.
Oops.
So right now is 1-0, right? 1-0 for Kuna.
Okay, so Kuna's in the lead. Does the gamma on the game look right, chat? Does it look pretty good to you? Because I have my gamma up really high. Just let me know. Okay. Alright, so our first, finally, not PVZ. TVZ. Kuna's a solid player. Been streaming a ton.
Yeah, he's and he's also a good, really good practice partner as he plays as he coaches as well. So yeah, really active in our clan, helping a lot of the Terran players, the lower level Terran players, to try to improve.
Looks like there's some questions about the map vetoing process. Okay. Looks like Lost and Found will be our match.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been left behind in the party.
We got because we had the 16-bit map, but it was Chris's map choice because he lost, so he's gonna choose Lost and Found instead.
Thanks for everybody tuning in. Good to see everybody in the chat. Hope everybody gonna have a great Memorial Day weekend. If you're in America, normally get a long weekend. You getting a long weekend, Snoopy?
Well, I think the main thing I'm just looking forward to the weekend is just the Tawat finals tomorrow.
Oh, Tawat. Okay, I wasn't sure if I'm not sure if everybody in US gets the Monday off.
Oh yeah, actually, I think everybody gets the day off, or at least school wise. Actually, right now nobody's going really to school, so
well,
graduation there.
I'm in school super late because of tons of snow days, which is lame.
But the school year is ending soon, right? Like the finals are coming up.
Yeah, my finals are like in first week of June.
Oh, nice.
I'm in for way too long. It's terrible. It's terrible. All right. Sorry. I'll just let you. You always can go first. That way we avoid confusion.
Okay. All right. And that way you can also update the score as well.
Sure.
I guess, right? At the bottom left we have our blue Terran. It is none other than Kuna Matata.
And in the top, the green Zerg down a game. It's Chris. Pretty happy
oh, go ahead.
Pretty happy the game hasn't been laggy so far.
Oh yeah.
Still having that RAM issue.
Mm-hmm. Are you planning to increase your RAM in the near future?
That's the terrible thing. So last night I was looking and I found some really good RAM on eBay. The perfect kind I needed was like another 16 gigs. And I was like, you know what? Let me just think about it for a second. And it was like $30 cheaper than. So I go like to the kitchen and grab something, come back, and it's sold.
Oh.
In that space of time, I was kicking myself for it. It's terrible.
Well, it's Memorial Day, so I mean, the weekend. So I think there should be some like discounts or deals.
Yeah, I'll be looking.
Usually, yeah.
Reddit PC deals.
All right, so let's see. We have a Reaper coming up for Kumatada. Now on this map, there's only one way or one path to scout into the main. So Reaper scouting is going to be a bit difficult. If he's going to go ahead and scout, like commit to the scout, he's going to have to commit or prepare to actually sacrifice that Reaper as, there's only one pathway, so Queens usually kill that.
Yeah. The Reaper nice for harass. Kuna getting a factory as well.
My mistake actually. It's actually a Reaper cliff at the.
Yeah, I saw that. I was pretty sure that was Reaper cliff, but I wasn't totally sure.
All right, so actually pretty good map for Reaper scouting here. So forget what I just said before.
Yeah, Drobness pointing out Kuna, a previous MVP champ. I remember that as well. I forgot the exact month, but I'm sure he's won it.
Yeah, but like you said, Chris isn't an opponent to underestimate as well. Currently, Kuna Matata at 5,488 MMR, and Chris is right below that with 5,351 MMR, so pretty close.
Kuna going for Hellions here. Interesting choice. Going to be harass. Some harass potential. And Willie, question is, will he switch it out with the reactor once these Hellions finish? Okay, it looks like Ghost Academy. Interesting. That is.
Oh yeah, so this is the build that Kuna Matata, I think Psionic Aftermath knows him for the most in terms of TBZ. He first did it in the Alpha Team League in the previous season, and so he caught on and became more into the meta, and a lot of people, at least the pros, started using it. So really good build here.
It's gonna get scouted though, but it's not much you can do about that. The third's gonna be pretty delayed though, or decent pressure on the third. 2 more Hellions and the Ghosts are coming up here. The energy on the Queens is pretty low, so I don't think they have enough for a transfuse. And here he goes coming in, and the Ghost is getting a nice snipe. There we go.
Yeah, with the Ghost, it's not even, doesn't even matter if the Queen got energy, because they just like one kill the Queen. So
yeah,
snipe is really powerful, which makes this build really strong.
Surprised he's not going to try to go in for another snipe. Okay, here he goes. Got more Ghost. Oops.
You gotta wait for the second Ghost and
nice snipe, and the Hellions are here. It's a great angle for them.
Ooh. We call that Ling barbecue.
Nice, another snipe on the Queen. Boom! Another Queen sniped. Keeping the Ghosts alive. Actually, one of them died. Hitting another Queen there. He's lost so many Queens. Actually, sorry, no Ghosts died. No Ghosts were harmed in the making of this video. So, yeah, Stim is finished as well, and it looks like Kuna just transitioning into a nice macro play. But he's going to keep pushing here, and honestly, there's 3 Ghosts, so he's going to have a ton of snipes. And the Hellions can back up for days. There are some Banes, but they're naked now with no Link support. And this attack, I mean, this is going to be really good. Gonna land the snipes. Here we go. Boom, another Queen snipe. And snipe there. More snipes. Here a snipe, there a snipe. And okay, some Links coming out. Yeah, this attack has just killed so much. Oh, okay, gonna lose one of Ghosts there. That's a bummer.
Oh, will he actually be able to hold? I think he would just be barely able to hold this.
I'm gonna lose that Ghost, which is a bummer. But when we look at overall lost, a sizable lead for Kuna there.
Yeah, right now, 3,400 resources lost for our Zerg player, and 1,725 for our 10 player. So definitely a good trade for Kuna Matata there. And now this actually forces Chris to go ahead and go for him. Counter attack all in
with a bunch of Banes. We'll see how good Kuna's defense is. All right, here he goes. The depot is not raised in time. The Bane's just gonna stream in here. How good is the micro? SCV's pulled. Bane's walking around, getting a decent hit on some SCVs. But overall, a really good defense. Good. Yeah, that was a really good defense. I mean, when all said and done, only 6 SCVs died there, and Kuna will take that any day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just really great split there by Kuna Matata. And I'm not sure what Chris can do here. I mean, he suffered a lot of damage in the beginning, and he went for a kind of almost a semi all-in without doing much damage here. And Kuna on 3 bases against the 3 bases of Chris. Finally, he's getting the 4th. It's about to be done, but still behind in drones. And you still count that mules. You know, that's instead of 57 SCVs, That's more like I don't know, like 70 or so.
And we've got 2 starports behind this. This is looking like a Brood War 2-port transition. And so I guess, or maybe, okay, no, just gonna get a ton of medevacs out. Okay, for a second I thought he was gonna maybe try to get some Vikings out.
Is never a Gorgonaut stream without a Brood War reference.
Sorry. I just, in my mind, that's what I think of.
Yeah, it's all good. We all love Brood War and StarCraft 2. They're both great games.
Good thing Kingslayer's in here. Brood War's overrated. Sippy Cup's playing again, so that's cool. And I got someone in Psionic Aftermath who's playing, which is nice.
Oh, nice.
Which I won a show match with him, which actually he did really well in. But now that's why his name is the Ducks fan.
Which is awesome.
Of course, he hates the Ducks. Mortal enemies of the Los Angeles Kings. So we've got Infestation Pit coming down for Chris. Nice mellow name, laid back. Just like always, the other guys got these fancy names. Just Chris.
I gotta commend Chris on his creep spread. It's actually really nice, spreading in all directions very nicely and evenly.
Yeah, it's a good being careful, not just skimming up here blindly. Scanning, killing creep spread, which is nice. And got the medic with them. Cephas is coming. He needs to get the blue mine barrowed.
Surrounded here.
Oh, that was bad. That was really bad. And also some Lings. He lost 16 SCVs. Some Banes rolled in. That's huge.
Wow. All of a sudden, this might be the break that Chris needed to get back into this game.
Wow, that was huge. And that was a pretty poorly taken fight from Kuna.
Yeah, he kind of miscontrolled. I think half his army got got surrounded and killed. But he is gonna go for a counter drop here. There's no watchtowers in this map, so kind of hard to spot everything. You gotta spread your overlords or spread your lings and spread your creep. But he's gonna go ahead and maneuver to the side. Will he be able to see this and react in time?
Okay, so Widow Mine's burrowed, and only gonna take 2 Lings for that. So this is not the best.
Oh, but drop at the natural here.
Ooh, big drop. Okay, getting some. Only 3 drones.
Not much. Yeah, not too bad. For Chris. So that could have gone worse, but yeah, right now he's just relying on Lings and Banelings. He just got his hive. I expect maybe an Ultralist then pretty soon.
Okay.
Actually he's getting okay, Ultralist and Spire. So he's gonna go for that, maybe that Brood Lord Ultralist composition maybe. But another drop at the natural.
Gonna pick off a few drones. Nice. He doesn't have much anti-air at all, so drops can have pretty much free reign. Okay, now it looks like Lings are coming in, and a massive couple of Widow Mine shots, although a cluster of Lings still managed to get in. And there's enough Marines here to clean it up. Nice defense.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Chris, all he needs to do is he's just trying to buy time for his tech, for his Ultralist to be finished. But Kuna Potato, look at the supply. He's 179 to 111. That's a huge disparity. If Kuna attacks pretty soon, I think it's going to be a tough hold for Chris.
Yeah, they're on base parity as well. At least they are. If you consider mules, incomes, yeah, Chris is a little bit ahead, but the gap is closing. And there's the Widow Mine Cloud here, which is really good. We're seeing Bio being played at a really high level, really map conscious, which isn't something that we see from a lot of lower level players. But here we go. He's getting the Widow Mine barrowed in a good position.
Yeah, and all game long, Chris has been spreading creep and just allowing him to spot the attack first, and then also slow down the attack, as Kuna Matata has to scan and kill creep before engaging. And that's gonna buy enough time for him to get the ultras maybe. He's about to pop out. 5 Ultralisk.
All right, now the Liberators are coming across here. They need to get over here, or they're just camped for defense. But he's going to need them to fight against the Ultralisk. But I love how Kuna is playing this, just so patiently and pouncing on some units when you can.
Oh, but he's still fighting on creep, and there's so many Ultralisks with Transfuse. He's gonna have to back out. You need Liberators to defend against these Ultralisks. 4 on the way on the production tab. But in the meantime, Kuna Matata needs to be careful not to engage too far.
Oh, good Widowmine hits though.
Oh, there's a Link counterattack at Kuna's 5th base. But oh man, there's a lot of Liberators. But then he kills the Link, but those 10 SCV does go down. So nice trade there.
Drop coming into the net for Kuna. Alright, good pull though. Actually right now at this point, looks like way more SCVs have died. Only 5 drones have been killed total. So so far Chris has done a lot better of a job defending harassed, only losing maybe 3 drones at a time. I mean, if you can do that as a Zerg, then you've accomplished something pretty big.
Yeah, but look at Chris's army there. There's a lot of Ultralisks. Although there is a good amount of Liberators, so that's good. Now he's actually forcing Chris to make some Corruptors.
Okay, good Liberator positions here. Getting a lot of these games before they can even come in. This is a really micro-intensive position.
Yeah, this is a really important battle here.
Okay, some lanes slipping by into the 4th again. This is really bad for Kuna. There's nothing here to defend. He's going to lose. He's focused on the attack coming in. He's just lost 15 SCVs, which is his entire force. But the Liberators are pushing forward here, and they're going to be trying to get something done. And it looks like they're going to snipe this 4th base, or 5th base, excuse me, and get a couple Ultras, which is nice. But the Corruptors are on the Liberators, and the Liberators cannot engage these Corruptors. This fight's kind of falling apart for Kuna. Liberators are not in a really good position. There's a nice drop, though, the 4th of Chris, getting quite a few drones, and the Liberator's doing all right. But looks like
action going everywhere. There's even a counterattack at Kuna Matata's 4th base, or 3rd base rather. A lot of Lings getting a lot of SCVs down.
Yeah, and now it's he's gonna lose this wow, barely missed that. Needs to drop something.
Gotta repair it. Oh my god, 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
no.
That's a huge loss there.
Yeah, that counterattack did really good for Chris there, and I think that actually gave him the advantage, the slight advantage, because right now he's got a lot of Corruptors. He can actually morph them into Broodlords, and that composition of Ultralisks and Broodlords with a lot of Queens, that's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Kuna Matata's army. He's got Marine Marauder, which doesn't scale like really well into the late game. You want to actually start getting like a lot of Ghosts and a lot of Liberators, or maybe even Battle Cruisers, or a lot of Vikings to defend against what Chris is going for.
Yeah, I love the way Kuna played this early game and defended quite well against that first lane push. But in the mid game, he hasn't seemed to. His harass really didn't seem to do much, and I think because he didn't commit enough to it. He tried to just go for a big army in the middle, but that attack didn't work out. He lost, I think, way too much economically here. He should really be on another base at this point, but it's going to be hard to secure it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a good thing about Terran, you can always lift that command center. So.
Yeah, it's true. If that was a Nexus, that would be a huge deal.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, I'm just imagining Nexuses floating to other bases. Then, Terran players will be like screaming, OP, OP.
It's the one thing Terran. See, I think, that's why Terran's the most BM races, because they can lift their buildings and just annoy people. So Kuna's his army comp switched a little bit. Got a lot of libs. Actually, although he lost a ton of them.
Oh man, I'm just looking at the composition and the army size. Chris's army just seems so much better and bigger.
Yeah, I mean Kuna needs to be expanding now. He can't. He's waited way too long, and he can't remax very fast at all. He's not producing anything. He's not even maxed. Okay, now this is the attack here. Chris is coming in with the ultra, taking a lot of ultra fire from the ultras from the lips, but it doesn't really matter. Stutter stepping is okay, but the stream of Lings and Banes is just really too much here. Good Widowmine hits, but this is just too much from the hold.
Oh, but there's actually no protection for these ghosts, but these ghosts are about to run out of energy. But before that, they even run out of energy. These Banelings are going to kill so much SCVs. These Ultras are cleaning up the bio. And oh man, the economy of Hakuna Matata is being ravaged right now.
They're losing all those ghosts there.
Oh man, down to 34 workers. Oh, and he's still got this fourth base of Hakuna Matata to kill more SCVs going down. And will he actually get that command center? Oh wow, he will get it.
Yeah, that's the nail in the coffin. Kuna's scarcely mining at all. And Chris can remax so fast.
Alright, so Hakuna Matata looks like he's kind of out of options here. I think he might go for just one last attack and then see if he can get something done, but what do we have for Chris? Chris still got a good amount of Ultralists here. He's got a total of 5 Ultralists. Not as much Queens to transfuse, so might actually want to start making some Queens there.
Yeah, Chris is just waiting his time. I'm actually surprised at kind of how he's not mining a ton of minerals, which is interesting. There's really nothing stopping him from expanding rampantly. Which, I mean, I guess, yeah, both players, they're playing really low eco.
Yeah, at this point, it's all about the army, and oh boy, here we go.
Okay, good angle for Kuna, but I think it's just too much.
Yeah. Oh wait, maybe? Oh no, actually, no, yeah, it's too much. Ultralist still alive.
GG!
What a comeback for Chris. Well, I guess not big comeback, but he was definitely behind in the early game, I feel, but did a great job coming back and crawling his way back into the game.
Yeah, I think
that was... Oh, go ahead.
I think that was an open game. I think that was anybody's game. Kuna had a really good opening. But certainly Chris had a fighting chance there.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. What's the next map?
Just want to take a look at her bracket for a second. Sorry. Closed out of this.
Oh, it's okay. So basically, Jardozer wins 2-0 against Vanes or Fade to advance to the semifinals. Yenfu wins 2-1 against Jin. And then Jeterix 2-0 against Sissy Yip. We just casted it. And then this is the last round of 2 match. Semifinals, we see Jardozer versus Yenfu in the top bracket. And then whoever wins this match will go against Jeterix in the bottom bracket of the semifinals.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just trying to pull that up.
All right, you gotta accept the game invite.
Sorry.
Or,
Can I just? I need 30 seconds here. Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Just need to make sure I get everything on the stream right.
Thanks guys for tuning in. Hope the stream is going all right. So far, I don't think there's any hitches, so that's actually pretty good. Currently have 19 viewers, so nice.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, sorry. Just 1 second. Okay. All right. So the winner of this will go to play Jetrix, right?
Yep, in the bottom bracket of the semifinals.
Cool. Is the other semifinal going to be played now, or are they waiting for us to cast it?
I actually have no idea.
Maybe we should tell them to wait so we can cast it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, unless I just think we have time. I'm pretty good on time.
Yeah, yes, I'm pretty good on time as well.
Yeah, so maybe we should just flag them.
Okay.
Very likely they could have started already, but
Let me see. Oh no, they're actually still waiting. So just type in the chat chat or just PM them and let them know. We're at the last match, or the last game of the series.
okay, you want me to? All right, I can do that, I guess. Who's the two guys again?
Jardozer and Yenfu. He might be playing under a different account.
I'll DM him on Discord.
Okay. All right. Ready, guys? Let's see. Okay, both players are ready, so we're gonna go ahead and start our last game of this match or this of the series. It's currently 1-1. Whoever wins this will go to the semifinals. And if you get to the semifinals, at the very least, you'll get your name put in the Wikipedia page. So
Yeah, man, getting your name out there. Is it an official Wikipedia page, or is it just like a user page? You know?
yeah, I think it's a user page typically.
Okay. It has to get like verified or something.
I'm not sure actually.
Okay.
All right, here spawning at the bottom left, we have our blue Terran. He wants to go to that semifinals. He is Kuna Matata.
And in the top here, winner of game 2, it's the green Zerg, Chris.
All right, so 16-bit. This map, one of the new ladder maps, it has a pocket expand. So most likely they will go ahead and expand to the pocket. Except I think Zerg usually benefit more by expanding at the third with the open rocks, with the rock area, which is exactly what it's going to do, because that way you can spread your creep, faster towards your opponent's base. Yeah, I expect Kuna Matata to take the pocket one though, because it's hard to wall off at the third with the rocks.
And is the third full minerals and gas?
Yeah.
Okay, it is. All right. I wasn't sure if some maps are in StarCraft 2 if all the maps, the back expansions are full. And going for a Reaper Scout, so this map does have a cliff, so it's pretty good for a Reaper.
Yep, and looks like Kuna Matata just gonna go ahead and expand like a standard Terran would, and yeah, it looks like this is gonna be the last game of the series, so they just gonna play it out.
It's kind of interesting how sometimes maps with a pocket expansion can now lead to, Terrans faking you out with like a one base play.
Now imagine like Kuna Matata right now, he's like proxy 2 racks at like near the like the 4th base area, where near the cliff of the main base.
Yeah.
Like that, I think that could actually be a good Terran strategy on this map.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I think probably this game not gonna win. I mean, I bet he's tried it out at this point. And the Reaper here gonna get a drone, which is nice. And does he scout the main? He will scout it with the Reaper jumping up the cliff. And a factory again. No reactor this time. Or
Yeah,
actually,
looks like Kumatara. Uh, looks like Kumatara is actually going for a really fast third base, so he's going for a really macro build here.
huh. Okay, that's interesting.
And yeah, Chris ain't gonna scout this because his overlord was attacked by the Marine, pushing him away.
Ooh, loses the Kuna, loses the Reaper. That's unfortunate. Did see the third though, at least. Okay, well, saw the drone.
Command center
there,
upgrade complete.
so should know.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think? You think he's going to be able to get away with this fast third here?
Yeah, looks like he's definitely gonna get away with this. As looks like Chris is just macroing up, not making any lot of lings or bane nests or roaches. So even if he wanted to, like even if he scouted right now and wanted to go for aggression, it wouldn't work out because it's gonna be too late by then. Looks like Chris finally will scout that third CC just as it finishes. So he knows what's up. Now at this point, he can just pretty much just either go. Most likely he will go for a lot of drones, or maybe take his own fourth base really quickly, and just make drones and get greedy yourself.
Yeah, so he's got a. Looks like he's getting a Viking here, which is nice. Going to deter overlords. And there's that reactor there, which I'm a little bit curious if he's going to get a Banshee here, or if he's going to use that get a fast tank. It'll be interesting to see.
In the meanwhile, Hellions getting a lot of links out there, still alive. So really great trade. Wow, that was really good on Matata's part.
What a dunk game. Yeah, that was an unfortunate loss of links, for sure.
Yeah, 20 lings, and he saved all his Hellions too. So he can just go back and repair too.
There it is. That's what I suspected. A fast tank, which is nice. You know, get a defensive tank in case he's going for something like a Roach Hydra push on 4 bases. I think pretty smart and very safe.
All right, 4 Hellions going into natural. Will he commit? Nope. He's just gonna go ahead and retreat. As there's 2 queens their position to defend. Meanwhile, Chris getting his 4th base, trying to tech into lair. We'll see what he goes for, because currently he's got only a Baneling's Nest. Might go for like the Hydra Baneling Ling combo. Oh wait, actually, wow. Can't call all those Hellions. So good win for Chris there.
Yeah, that's huge. Now, Kuna doesn't have much map presence because didn't build any more. Actually, he has 2 Hellions, but been building tanks out of that factory. So he lost a little bit of map presence there. So a good win for Chris, and should allow him to get that 4th base up comfortably.
Yeah, and also it does with the Hellions gone, he can freely spread the creep tumors without, fearing that it's going to get sniped by the Hellions. So that's, there's a peace of mind for Chris there.
Yeah. And but it looks like Kuna is going mainly bio. Oh, looks like we'll get a little bit of freezing. There we go. And he's got the reactor medevacs being pumped out 2 at a time. So, yeah. Tank bio.
All right, so what actually is he gonna go for? Just Ling Baneling. So he's gonna go ahead and actually kind of copy what he was doing last game, where he would just defend with Ling Baneling and then try to tech into Hive. But it looks like Kuna's gonna go ahead and move out with this army force of Ling and tanks. He's gonna definitely have to morph in some Banelings like right now, because that army is like right at his 4th base.
Okay, the tanks have to get sieged, and this is actually a really bad angle here. He's gonna lose those 2 tanks, or one of them. Yeah, gonna lose that second one. Oh no! I want to drop a mule to repair that if I were him. And one of the tank actually kind of glitched out. Oh no, he's sending them home. Okay, now he's gonna go for a drop. There are 2 spores here. hesitated a little bit on the drop, but can still get a decent amount of drones here.
Oh man, yeah, Chris just defending with just lane is not a good news for him. Oh wow, that queen just went down, and these Marines just gonna go ahead and kill all these drones.
Really nice stutter stop. And going to be a drop in the main as well. Oh, really good drop, Micro. This is nice. Trying to fake it out. Good job. Wow. Eating through some Banes there. Really nice. Making the most out of that. And he's got another a good army size at his Nat. And he's also taking his 4th at a good time. So, when all said and done, good attack for Kuna.
Yeah, oh man, I think that might have been the turnaround here, because 127 for Kuna Matata versus the 90 supply of Chris, and he's not even have Hive yet. He's not gonna have Ultralisk or Blue Lords, that anytime soon. And in the meantime, Kuna is gonna go for another attack.
This time he's gonna get a little bit of an earlier tank siege, and I'm gonna get on some of those morphing Bane. That's a pretty nice. But actually, quite a number of them morphed, so this is going to be a tricky micro situation for Kuna. But his Marine micros thus far have been solid.
Yeah, but look at the army supplies, 66 to 49. That's usually the way, you want. Usually as a Zerg, you want that to be the other way around.
He's just sacrificing the tanks to drop and get some drone kills, which I mean is an interesting decision. Losing a lot of tanks is a pretty big deal, but just cleaned up another 13 drones, and it's going to drop in the 4th as well. There are some links there to clean that up, though.
Look at Kuna Matata just abusing the map here.
Yeah, and the tank there is in a great spot.
Oh yeah.
Wants to save that if you can.
And during that attack, he actually expanded to his 4th base. So now they're pretty much even in bases, and as a Zerg, you don't want to be even in bases. So tough for Chris right now, and he's down in the workers too. So really tough here for Chris. Can he pull a rabbit out of the hat? Can he make a comeback? We shall see. But looks like Kumatata doing another attack.
I mean, these have all been bad angles for Kuna's tanks. Pretty much been using them as a meat shield, which isn't really optimal, but he has the Marine numbers to back it up, and gonna win it 2-1.
Yep, and he will go ahead into the semifinals to face against none other than Jeterix.
Nicely done. I mean, kind of a weird game. Like, he pretty much just sacked his tanks for economical damage, and then at the end pretty much used them as a meat shield. Not the way you see Marine tank played a lot at all, but pulled it off. And I will join the party in a minute. I need to take a quick break. I'm in the party, duh. So I'll leave you on if that's all right, and just I need to take maybe a minute or 2 break.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into the semifinals. Now, this MVP Cup did start at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Currently, it is about to be 9 p.m., so going along pretty well. And we have 2 great semifinals coming up for you. We have the first one going to be Jardozer versus Yenfu, and both of them are GM level players, and so this should be pretty good. And again, this is for first place prize gets $15, and second place runner up gets $5. So both these players Trying to vie for that finals and try to get some money out of this. Now, I don't believe Jardoza actually. Wait, let me actually go ahead and check this because I wanna make sure actually. But I believe Jardoza, did he win an MVP Cup? Oh yeah, so he did win the MVP Cup before. He won it in January. So it's been a few months, but definitely has a good chance now. All right, so looks like Yenfu has joined the party. We're gonna go ahead and start the map veto. That should give a few minutes time for Gorgonot to come back here. In the meantime, let's see what's going on in the chat. Hope you guys are doing good. Looks like Drop the Miss is still in here. So nice to have him for the majority of these games. Kuna Matata has joined the chat as well. Since he just finished this game, he's going to go ahead and take a look at the watch the series versus with Jardoza versus Shinobu before we cast his match between him and Jedrix. Looks like Kuna is gonna go ahead and root for Jardoza. So looks like we have some people rooting for Jardoza. We'll see if anybody roots for Yenfu here.
All right, Snoopy, back.
All right.
Okay. I was just thinking the beginning, first little bit of the cast is going to be like when you watch a sitcom without the laugh track where there's all those weird pauses. Me just talking to the air. It's going to be funny to watch back. Okay, so what's our next map? Is Yenfu and Jardoza?
Yep. And they just finished their map veto, so we're gonna go ahead and start our first game on none other than 16-bit.
Yeah, Yenfu, he's a pretty wacky player.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I remember he just never, not an orthodox player at all, and Jardoza's a pretty standard Zerg. I mean, he's capable of stuff, but he's comfortable playing a macro game. So I think Yenfu is going to really dictate the pace of this, and it's going to be up to Jardoza to how he responds to Yenfu's pressure.
Yeah. All right. Looks like we have some Yenfu cheers. Xenodactyl rooting for Yenfu, while Lord Terrans rooting for Jardoza.
I'm kind of going for Jardoza here. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. All right. Here at the bottom left, we have our blue Protoss. He goes by the name of Yenfu. Oh no, not Yenfu. Goes by the name of Shinobu. And also Hollow. He is none other than Yenfu.
And in the top, the red Zerg, who's cruised through his bracket and the squat room. It's the red Zerg, Jardoza.
Now, Jardoza in the recent past has said that he's actually fallen in and out of love with StarCraft. And, when you get to that, I guess, that level of StarCraft in terms of skill level, he's usually around 5.7 5.7k MMR, and you play so many games on ladder and you don't improve a lot. It's hard to improve a lot in those in that high of a skill level there. You face against pro players or semi-pro players, so it's very easy to get burnt out and kind of fall out of love with StarCraft. But playing this MVP Cup, so it's nice to have him around.
Yeah, I think that's a really common trend seen in a lot of high GM players in StarCraft. It's because to improve, I mean, they spend so much time trying to improve a very small percent, and sometimes they don't get a lot of rewards. It can be very frustrating. You know, it's the difference between a mid GM to a low GM. It's such a big hill to climb, and I think that when you're in the diamond, even masters level, you know, a lot of improvements are tangible. You clean up an error, you usually will get bumped up. Sometimes in GM though, it's not that simple. You know, everybody else is really good as well, so the games you got to be playing good in so many levels of the game that it can. I think it does lend to being discouraged a bit easier.
Yeah, like you go from 5.5k GM to like 6k GM. That's like it's like a really big difference, like almost like bronze to masters or diamond or something like that.
Yeah, it very much is exponential at that point. And a Stalker here first, a nice choice.
Ooh, yeah. Something about this map is that there's not a good amount of space behind the main base to hide your overlord, to keep it safe. So usually, you know, you don't want to scout into the natural like that. You want to actually position into third base near the rock, so that cliff area you can hide your overlord. But unfortunately for Jardoza there, and does lose an overlord. Now, not game changing or anything, not game ending, but really good win for Shinobu in the early game here.
Yeah. And looks like it's going to be a Robo after the Twilight Council getting charged. No Stargate. I think one of the first Protoss games we've seen without a Stargate. Except for maybe that first game. That I don't know about Stargate. Might lose in the depth here if it's not careful. Yeah, missed micro that pretty heavily.
Oh, actually, want to probably go into the other. Yep, he's going to go ahead and get the scout, which is really good here.
That was a pretty big mistake at the end. That did not even happen. And Robo Bay finishing up. He's going to get an Immortal or just going to get to right to a Warp Prism. I was throwing down the gates, and he pulled the probes off of gas. So for the, seems like
the third time.
Yeah, at least. But it looks like Jardo's just got a speed overlord. He's going to come in and scout this perfectly. Wow. This is huge.
Yeah, what a scout there.
And there's no coming back from this. I mean, there really isn't.
And Jardoza for sure knows should know what to do. He's got the Roach Warren about to be done, so he, I think, should be well prepared to defend against this, because Roaches does, you know, it's the a really good counter to this charge lot all in here.
Yeah, he's got days to defend. The tech's not going to be coming out for at least another 30 seconds or so, and he's producing Roaches now. This is in my prediction, this is going to be a really cleanly handled defense.
Xeno deck, the surprise Yanfu not going for carrier rush here. Yep, Yanfu loves his carrier rush, but looks like he's going for this charge lot all in here. Yeah, it looks like the attack will be underway pretty soon. 8 Roaches on the production tab. And I feel like Jardoza are in a really good position to defend against this, just based on his base positioning and the amount of Roaches he has.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, there's so many Roaches here. This is just GG. He knows that that was never going to work.
Yep. So a really quick win for Jardoza here. Actually, in the chat, they're actually wondering about the stretch game resolution, so you might want to explain that.
Will it? The output is not stretched, but I think my monitor is not a 16:9. It's a weird ratio. It's I think it's 1440/900. So it's not stretched. It's just a different resolution than most people are used to, I think. That's my best guess.
I mean, I guess during the output processing, it does stretch it, because his base your base resolution isn't 16:9. So during the output, you do at 20p 720p resolution, so it kind of does stretches it, I guess, during the conversion process. So I guess I think next time you can change it so that it's a higher resolution, but oh no, actually a different resolution, but like not as stretched. Maybe we could do some test stream later on.
It doesn't look. I mean, it doesn't look stretched to me at all. But maybe that's just me. I don't know, because I mean, not everybody's stream is gonna have to be the same ratio, right? Because I mean,
Well, I looked at the stream and it did look a little bit stretched actually.
huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you don't have a 16:9 monitor, though, there's no way you can do that, right? I mean, I certainly don't know.
I have a 1080p monitor, so that's my resolution that I'm looking at. So, but it looks like Kuna Matata sees that as a little bit stretched, and then also on my end it looks a little bit stretched.
All right. Well,
it's not too stretched, but it does look a bit stretched.
yeah, I guess it's a little bit. It's better to be a little bit stretched than have the black bars, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. All right, so at the spawning at the top left, we have our blue Protoss. He's down 1-0-1, trying to get back and tie it up and send it to the ace match. It is Yenfu.
And in the bottom, who steamrolled that charge lot push with a speed overlord, it's the Red Zerg Jardozer, up 1-0. Working on the intros there. Pretty cool.
Well, the good thing is that so far there's been no forgetfulness of the overlay.
Yeah, I haven't been switching it really, honestly. I just keep it in game mode.
Okay, that works too.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We have Jardoza going for I think it was a 12 pull for sure, because that Psionic was about to be finished, and Yenfu definitely scouts this in time. Should be able to prepare for it. Has a gateway. Will he throw down a second gateway or throw down a forge? We shall see. Or will he actually go ahead and go greedy and expand? I think he can. He feels that he can expand and also wall off in time, which is going to be tricky here because the Lings are already out and walking across the map. Okay, so he skipped the Nexus.
Okay, this is interesting. I'm not sure what Yenfu is thinking, to be honest.
I don't know. This is going to be pretty close.
This is going to be a little bit awkward here. Maybe he's going to throw down another gate in the middle.
Okay, yeah. Well, the Zealot does come out. He's going to actually. Oh, he's going to use pool probes to defend against this.
Okay. All right. I guess that'll work. Ling's getting a good angle though.
Yeah, he's getting this round on the Zealot. Oh, actually, nice.
And he's going to lose the Zealot there right now, and now he can just double tap this pylon here. Got some more Lings coming in, and the Adept will be out soon, but he's losing some probes. So, yeah, and he's lost 5 probes total, and he's going to lose more, most likely. 6, 7. Not really sure what the plan was. I mean, defend with the probes, because you're going to lose some probes if you have one Zealot out.
Yeah, 8 probes is just too much, I think.
Okay.
He lost 12 Lings for 8 probes and a Zealot. I mean, that's really great trade for Jardozer. And it was scouted early too. That's the unfortunate part.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why when I scout these 12 pools, I don't go for that gateway defense. I've recently been starting to do just put down the forge instead and just make a cannon, because at least that will finish in time. But every process have their own way of defending against 12 pool.
Yeah, and Jardos are getting a pretty. I mean, the third's delayed a little bit. I think between the 245 kind of sweet spot, but that's because he did go 12 pool. So for a 12 pool timing, it's a good time third. And, of course, Yanfu not fully saturated at all. Still producing probes here. And getting a Twilight Council. Now, one thing I do remember about Yanfu, of course, we played the season 17 of Chobo Team Lake in the finals. He loves his stalkers, likes his blink. Did go charge the first game, but I wouldn't be surprised if this was a longer series. We might see blink. We might still see blink, but he definitely prioritizes a few stalkers. It seems like, and a dark shrine.
Dark shrine. Wow. Actually, yeah, I'm not actually mad at this choice because with Dark Shrine, you do foresee the Zerg who went for 12, who sacrificed drones to get those wings out, to waste some drones on those spore crawlers, and also you can always morph them into Archons, and if you go ahead and go for that early wing attack, your speed is late, which is Jardo's right now just researching. So those Archons can actually do a lot of damage against those Lings.
Yeah. But it looks like Jardos are just blindly getting some spores. Wise choice. And yeah, I mean, it might go for a DT drop or Archon drop here. Getting the Robo up. And it looks like he'll have that decent timing to get maybe 2 Archons and a drop ship. Still nothing out of his Twilight Council, though. I find that a little bit odd. Has the money for it.
I think he's just mainly used it for dark, to get the Dark Shrine. I think he's gonna, he should be able to I guess get third base soon, and then I think after that he will start getting the charge. But he needs the gas to go into the dark DTs before he actually researches charge or blink or glaives.
Okay, so he's attacking with 3 DTs, so he's not going to wait for 2 Archons. And now there was that one Overlord there, which did spot it. How good will Jardo's reaction be? That's the question. He's got the roaches moving around, and he's very aware of this. He's got an Overseer with his army. He's got a Spore Crawlers in every base. So, this DT drop could get a few drones if he's lucky. Might wait for a warp in. Oh, Jardozer, though, he senses it, and yeah. He's going to want to get out of there ASAP. Okay, get 3 drones, not bad.
But you need a little bit more, I think, damage to pay for that.
Well, they can just utilize him as Archon.
Yeah, but his third base is like late right now. He's going for all in here. Yeah, he's getting charged and a bunch of gateways. He's not going to get a third base. And these Lings, really great spotter Lings, scouts that there is no third base. So his space senses should be tingling that there's an all-in coming here.
Yeah. And he's getting Ravagers more. I don't see this all-in doing anything here.
Yeah, like look at the production. He's not even getting any drones. He's making just pure Lings. Oh, now he just started drones, but not over droning. He's at 50 workers, so Jardo's is looking pretty good so far. Now he still needs to defend against this. There's a lot of Archons and a lot of there's a lot of Archons and there's like 2 Immortals, so definitely needs to engage this. And here we go.
Here we go. The files are so good. I mean, this is a really small force here. They move
too much rotate. And Jardozer is gonna take this 2-0 and just it's looking like.
Yeah, Jardos are looking scary. I'm wondering if he's actually one of the highest ranked GMs right now. I know he's top 50, so I would not be surprised. Ooh, nice observer snipe too. That was on point.
I mean, Jardozer was dropped in this favorite to win this, and it is definitely looking really accurate because Jardozer just looks like he's just really on point in his game. And right now, he's just enjoying a 145 to 78 supply. And he's marching his stream of roaches across the map.
Okay, so yep.
I think this is it.
Thank you for the cheers. GG is called. Tardozer will win it 2-0. Thank you for the cheers, guys. I'm sorry I didn't have Streamlabs set up. I did get the notifications, though. I will make sure to get that up next time.
Yep, looks like 100 for from Joptimus cheering on Jardozer, as well as Xenodactyl as well. So, yep, we have just concluded our semifinals of the top bracket, and we are on our way to the bottom bracket now.
So, Jardozer will be in the final. There we go.
And yep, it looks like. Well, I'm hoping that Jardozer and not Jardozer, Kunamatata and Jeterix finish their map videos so we can just get straight into the game. Looks like Jeterix is a little bit AFK here. I guess as we wait for Jeterix to come, I'll go use the bathroom for a sec. So I'll be
Sure.
right back.
All right, so okay, so let's try to pull the bracket up here just so you guys can take a look at it. I'm sure you guys can see it, but sure to get it on stream. Yeah, so brilliant play from Kuna and Jardozer. And this next match, Kuna Jeterix, is going to be interesting. Going to be our first PVT of the night. And of course, not played, but first PVT that we'll cast. So let me try to pull up the bracket here. Let me see. And waiting. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, that's not it. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's see. All right. All right, so yeah, so these are our two semifinals. Gotta refresh this. Jarfu beating Yenfu. So Kuna Matata, he beat. He got a bye into the second round. Beat Chris 2-1. It dropped the game to Chris. Chris played exceptionally well as well. Also, and Jeterix has not dropped the map yet, and neither is Jardozer.
All right, I'm back.
Hey Snoopy, just putting the bracket up on stream while we're waiting.
Oh, okay.
And are we still waiting for our players, or?
I just invited Jeterix. Let's see if he can actually accept it. All right, guys. We're about to start our second semifinals. Let's see who you guys are rooting for. We know you're gonna root for Kun Matata, or are you gonna root for Jeterix? Type into the comment.
Personally, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to choose. I mean, they're both great players.
Mm-hmm. If you only had to pick one.
Yeah. I mean, Kunis, I'd like to see him do well. Practice is really hard.
Yeah, definitely really passionate about StarCraft. Plays a lot of games, whether it's custom or ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always cool when a high level player in your clan, offers coaching and mentoring. That's pretty much that's the one of the, I guess, the main reason I joined or decide to join the clan, to decide to join PsiX, because they have a lot of high level players, and I thought, okay, maybe if I join them, if I have a question or I need some help, then I can ask them and they will help. So
Yeah, I mean, we've pretty much for a long time, even in, I guess, last year and different times, we've always had a really strong GM lineup with the ATL, Hope Team League, all those different gym level ones, whether it was Guitar Cheese, Jin, Psych, all those guys. Some of whom are not with us as much anymore. But yeah, got good memories with the GM squad. Bowman, kind of disappointed Bowman left.
yeah, I enjoyed watching his games.
He was a nice guy.
And you met him in Philadelphia, right?
I did. I met him. That was nice. He was a friendly guy. Got to watch his games. He was like, pretty, which is really interesting. Like, I think it's kind of weird. Like, almost a lot of the people there really were not enjoying StarCraft at that moment, at that time, and seemed like it was really tough. Like, especially for Protoss. I don't exactly remember what was going on, but he was saying like he basically does it because he likes streaming, but streaming is basically what makes him play. He has a hard time not getting really frustrated playing StarCraft at the GM level.
Oh.
But yeah, it's a hard game.
Yeah, definitely. When you reach a certain level, I think it becomes a grind and stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, which, I guess I feel like StarCraft compared to other games, it sometimes can be harder to see your mistakes at a really high level, because they're several layers deep,
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of games, like, if you're playing League of Legends or something, you missed one spell, that's obvious why you lost. You can trace it. It seems like it's easier to trace it back. But in StarCraft 2, at a really high level, it can be hard to... I'm kind of losing my train of thought. But it can be hard to pin exactly what the problem with your play is on, especially at StarCraft 2, because the, skill ceiling is a bit lower.
Yeah. All right. Looks like Jetrix is AFK. We're gonna give him a certain amount of time before we actually give Kun Matata the walkover, because we don't have all day waiting for him.
Yeah.
So I'll say right now it's 9:28 p.m. So I'll give him to maybe, let's say, I don't know, like 9:40 or 9:35 or something. I don't know.
Seems pretty fair. 9:40.
All right. Yep. 9:40. So we'll give him 20 minutes from now. I mean, not 20 minutes. 12 minutes from now. If he doesn't show up, then we'll have to move on and go to our finals.
Yeah, so just gonna be kind of sitting around. Got any plans for the weekend, Snoopy? Being weekend off?
Just basically looking forward to the Taiwan. I really want us to win. I don't, if it was against any other clan like Lit or something, like I'll be okay if we lost. But against Cloud M, I really don't want to lose to them. So
Yeah.
I'm just really hyped for that. And then besides that, nothing really much. How about you?
Well, I'm gonna watch the Taiwan finals as well. We've had a really intense rivalry with Cloud9 for a long time, but I was gonna go. A bunch of people are gonna go camping, but it's raining this weekend, so I'm gonna stay home. And I'm actually gonna be hosting a little Brood War Open tourney tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
1 p.m. So that'll be fun. I'll be casting that, streaming.
It seems like you've been enjoying Brew War more than, I mean, at least playing wise, Brew War than StarCraft 2.
Yeah, I mean, like, I like StarCraft 2. It's a fun game, but I think for a long period of time, I enjoy Brood War, the game, the way it works more, and I'd say I'm worse, I guess, in skill level in Brood War. Like as far as if you look at like the skill divisions, I mean, if I played StarCraft 2, I could grind it probably to diamond level. Like I was diamond in HOTS, but I didn't enjoy it as much, and I don't know. I'm really loving Brood War at the moment, and that's fun.
I see. Did you even like it during the days of when it was like really laggy and then they would like drop you a lot?
In Brood War?
Because I remember when they went to Brew War Remastered, there was a long period where games were like laggy or people get dropped a lot during games.
Yeah,
and so even Jay Dong was like a lot of pro players were actually complaining about that.
Yeah, the way the ladder system worked was they messed it up, and when they switched over to remaster, so a lot of people got upset about that. I guess for me, it was more like because there's less people playing Brood War at the high level, that there was a ton more lag because they were connecting people from like Peru to South Korea. But at my level, there was a higher player saturation, so I didn't get that quite as bad. But yeah, it was still fun. But I might play StarCraft 2 again. Maybe I'll get a little bit bored of Brood War, and maybe sometime this summer I'll push in StarCraft 2. We'll see.
Looks like dropping this in the chat says Snoopy's plan is to hit M1 and 2s with me. Hey, I'm down to play 2s anytime, so just hit me up and I can play 2s with you.
Well, you hit 5K MMR, so you're, I guess you're a grind away. You're like, how far away do you think you could be GM?
It will require me to play a good amount of games, or at least to practice hard. Oh,
Yeah.
We have Jedrix finally in the party. He just came back. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and start map beaters, and we should get this started pretty soon. I'm sorry, guys, for the little bit of delay. If you got mad because of the delay, blame Jedrix. Hashtag blame Jedrix.
He's the scapegoat.
Okay. Oh, okay, so he says he apologizes. He just woke up. He's kind of sick, so I guess he's under the weather. All right, we'll give him a slide on that.
Yeah, we were only waiting for like 4 minutes, or maybe a little bit more. But I'd prefer, and this is an in-house tournament, so I'd like to give players a little bit of leeway, I'm not saying we need to wait for hours, but it's nice to try to make sure everybody gets to play, because, we know these guys. They're not just some dudes off the street coming in playing. So.
All right, so it looks like Kuna was gonna go ahead and veto Dreamcatcher as his first veto.
Dreamcatcher. That's interesting. That one, I mean, the third's really hard to hold in that one.
Mm-hmm.
So don't blame him for that.
All right, Redshift is Jedi first veto.
Would not be surprised if we got another Acid Plant Catalyst 16-bit. Yep, looks like it will be.
I swear to God, we're just gonna end up with Acid Plant and Callus throughout this whole tournament.
I mean, I think, I don't know, those other maps are weird.
Yeah, I mean, usually you would veto, you would not veto maps that you're like familiar with, so it's understandable.
Looks like, well, I'm not sure, 100% sure if Lance here was talking to me, but saying I should play SC2 because it's the man's game, as opposed to Brood War, I suppose. Well, I'll tell you, you should try playing Brood War, man. You can select 12 units at a time. You get 3 location hotkeys. You get 1 building per hotkey. Not sure what you're defining as a man's game there. And I guess what I'm trying to say with the whole GM thing is kind of like in Pro SE2, you know, at the really high levels, it's not like people are making mistakes all the time. They are, but it's more of like it's more of a mind game, you know. It's more of a mental game. Whereas Brood War, it's basically who makes the fewest mechanical mistakes, essentially. So it's a different game.
All right, so we we just finished our map vetoes.
Ooh, Lost and Found's gonna be our first map. Interesting.
Wait, he's got a veto one last map though.
Maybe that's his veto. Okay, Landfear saying he likes Brood War. Okay, I wasn't sure if I could not tell who you were talking to in the chat there. Sorry. Hope everybody was having a nice night. It's always fun. MVP Cup, hanging out with you guys. Ugh.
Oh man, how is this map choice thing going? It is okay. Higher seed vetoes first map, take turn veto as a lower seed picks.
Chidrick says he needs to get dressed, but I don't see why you need to get dressed to play. Like, yeah. Okay, the delay goes on. Looks like stream's pretty healthy. Staying at a pretty stable rate. Not a ton of lag. But as always, I do appreciate feedback. And, yeah.
Yeah, we're just waiting for both players to first Jedrick's gotta get dressed and then Kuna gotta go to the toilet.
I'm joking. I don't think he actually has to go to a bidet.
Oh.
Bidet?
That
The heck's a bidet?
It's like one of those. It's like a toilet, but it's like a sink as well.
It's a sink as well as a toilet.
It's like a it's like a sink and toilet combined. It's like you use it to, wash your
Oh, does it
behind.
shoot water up?
uh, I think it's more like a like a sink or a fountain or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. They don't have those in America, so I don't know what they're talking. What you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
they have it. They don't have it really in America. They have it in like other countries or in like fancy places or something. Fancy homes.
It's probably not pronounced. It's probably pronounced like a silent T. Because I speak fluent French by day. All right, finally, we're gonna getting into Acid Plant.
Yep.
As much as
I think we seen Acid Plant like for the 100th billion time tonight.
the dingy map,
The
so
dingy map.
aptly described by the legendary Australian Salavanth. We did a really nice job drafting the BM policy, so props to him for that. Just watching. All right, here we go.
Finally, guys, our last semifinals series, first game. We're about to conclude it. See who's gonna go ahead and face Jardozer in the finals and have a chance to become your May 2018 MVP champion.
Okay. TVP. Excited to see a TVP. Change of pace.
And here, spotting at the bottom right, we have our red Protoss. It is a Jetrix.
Man, I was a little bit didn't quite get the nail the intro there. Oh, are we frozen?
Oh, Jetrix
Game
just
paused.
yeah, it's Jetrix that just lagged. Hopefully, it's not too bad.
We'll see. Maybe he has some issues. His cat's clawing at his. Kuno's wondering if he got dressed. Okay, maybe his internet is bugging out. Yeah, looks like he's dropping. Okay, well,
Nope.
maybe not.
Back.
Forgot to reset internet before I play. Okay. Yeah, I've dealt with plenty of internet issues. I can feel your pain. Had to reinstall Windows like a couple months ago because my internet wasn't. It kept disconnecting my internet.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's good now, right?
Yeah, I fixed it. I had to buy a new copy of Windows. It's lame. Oh, looks like he's still not. Go reset your internet. It's gonna drop though.
All right, so I guess we'll just remake. Luckily, the game didn't, go on for too long, so we don't need to reset. I mean, we don't need to go back into replay and stuff. So we could just wait for Jetrix to come back.
Okay.
So this is the reason why, or one of the reasons why I wanted to, or suggested changing the map veto things, because it takes a bit too long, and then we have delays like this.
Well, what would you suggest? I'm curious as the alternative.
I feel like there's like faster ways to choose, like lower C can just choose first map and then like lose pick afterward, or something like that, or just like have predetermined first maps and then loser picks after that.
Yeah, I guess I think that just have to be thinked out, which Like, I've never seen much anything else besides that ABABA. Maybe there. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there is, but you'd have to figure out a system. I think players would want to select all the maps though.
Yeah, I mean, just different ways, I guess, but just so easier way or faster way to choose maps so that it doesn't take as long.
Landfear saying for finals he wants interviews in Black Suits. You know what would be really cool? If like just bring Jardos or somebody or whoever wins into the voice chat and just ask him a couple questions. That'd be fun. If he wins. I mean, that'd be pretty easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, assuming he won't, he would be down for that, but you never know. We could ask that later on afterwards. Let's go ahead and introduce our players. Once again, spawning at the bottom right, we have our red Protoss. Hopefully, you got this the camera down.
I was at the top, getting ready.
It is the red Protoss. It is none other than Jeterix.
And the Blue Terran, who made his way in a tough series against Chris. It's the Blue Terran Kuna Matata.
All right, so as we head into this game, it's going to be a PBT, which did we see the PBT before?
No, I think this is the first PBT we've casted.
Okay, yeah. Wait. Yeah, this is the first PBT. So, wow. Nice. We got pretty much most of the matchups. Luckily, we have not yet had a mirror matchup.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I think if Jardos is in the finals, so definitely won't have a mirror matchup in the finals. So that's pretty nice.
I think like March casted something that was a mirror.
It was like filled with mirrors.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think it was CVZ finals. It was Guitar Cheese versus Jardozer. That's who it was.
Ah, okay.
So just to Reaper expand for Kuna, there is no outlet into the main, but not a big deal. Just going Reaper Scout. Anyways.
Oh, yeah, actually going to bypass the probe too. So it's going to be a case where the probe can either harass the SCV at the natural or just go in for the scout while the Reaper will be scouting. The Adepts just arrived out in time, so you should be safe. Oh, actually we'll get this Reaper, I think.
Ooh, actually juggled there a little bit. And now we got a regen. Probably. Okay, nice. Ninja probe there snipes him. It's a small pickup, but nice for him. And this probe here going to get a full scout. See all that's going on. The mind games there.
Alright, he did scout, if he was paying attention, he did scout the Hellion. So usually in this type of scenario, you want to maybe wall off your... Okay, so he's doing that. Jeterix is partly walling off, because you don't want that Hellion to run by into the natural and just kill a bunch of probes. Usually it will do maybe a drop, simultaneously, and then distract the army to go into the main base, and then the Hellions just like sneakily go into the natural, which is it's like a horror film for Protosses.
Yeah. And he got an observer at first, which is nice, conservative play, and he's getting blink as well, so he's gonna want to go into some blink play. And there's not a lot though to stop these Hellions. There's no shield batteries. He's going to be warping in the Stalkers now, and those might be enough. Yeah, those will be
Oh, you're
enough.
actually going in.
Oh, but gonna get some probes. Whoa, that was weird. I don't think he lost a single probe there.
Yeah, have not yet lost a probe.
Here we go. Now he will, for sure. Okay, gets 2. All right, 3 for 4 Hellions. Not a super good trade for Kuna.
Yeah, definitely a win there for Jetrix. Now, this will allow Jetrix to actually get his third base safely without any harass. And so far, yeah, it's like he's got the observer over Kuna's base, know what's up, and just transitioning into the mid game here. Okay, so it looks like Blink is about to finish. So he's gonna go ahead and try to put some pressure on, but he's gonna definitely have to be careful because Stim is about to be finished. You don't want to kind of get caught out in the middle with Stim, even if you have Blink.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, looks like dropping is actually like your interview idea.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if Jardos was up for it, we could just do it.
You're assuming Jardos is gonna win.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that sounds bad. Whoever wins, they're up to it. I honestly think the Jitterks might be able to just go in here and dive past the bunker.
Ooh, nice micro there.
I think I'm not sure why he's pulling back. I think he could continue. Well, hard to say. This force of stalkers. Now, there's 2 medevacs headed out, and there's no vision on that side. Now the stalkers are forward and they're pressuring the Nat. Just picking off some troops here and there, forcing some repairs. We'll see how much this drop does. It's stimming in. It's boosting in here. There's a couple zealots. +1 just finishing. There's not a ton here. He could lose a decent amount of probes. He needs to pull. The pull is late. He's gonna lose 12 probes there. Pretty huge. And he's gonna need to recall, I think, if he wants to live this base. No recall.
Oh wow. That's a big pick off. Getting down their Nexus.
Yeah, and then he's delaying mining at the Nat as well. So this is going really bad for Jetrix. He needed to recall that force of stalkers, honestly. And there's another drop coming in. He's playing this kind of Voltica style. Drops everywhere. Boosting in. And gonna get a nice drop in the main. Total of 21 probes have gone down already, and this is a great position. There's so many Widow Mines. There's a massive Artosis pylon as well, powering almost everything. Ooh, good blink forward though, gets one of the medevacs.
But boy, what a huge amount of damage. 24 probes going down, killing the third Nexus as well. He's already have his third CC already done, morphing that into an orbital. So Kuna Matata looking to be in a really good and strong position here.
Yeah, for sure. So it looks like the stalkers are coming forward here, and do have a lot of micro potential because they do have blink, but there's another drop in the main. This is just really too many areas to defend from Jetrix. The third's going to get cleaned out as well. Jetrix is calling. GG is called. Kuna picking Jetrix apart.
Yeah, that was just a masterclass Terran placed out there.
Yeah, and going blink is tough. You really got to be on the drop defense.
Yeah, and you research blink just mainly just because of the drop defense. It's usually good against that, but he was out of position, and yeah, definitely got caught out of position there. Because if you think about, like, if the stalkers were at home, or even if he recalled immediately during that attack at the third, I think he could have saved it.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
And I think he could have done more with the stalkers at the Nat, honestly, too.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, when the first fight happened, he could have just blinked past the bunker and then got a ton of SCV kills. And then that drops delayed, and then, things just go better for him.
All right, hopefully we'll see if Jerix can pull it together and get tied up. Looks like Kumatada left party. Huh. I guess it's Kumatada's turn to get internet problems.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so,
we'll just wait for Kumatada to come back. Hopefully it's not too bad.
is he offline? Yeah, he offline. So he might have DC'd there. Is Jeterix in the U.S. or is he from a different country?
Yeah. I believe he's U.S. All right, so it looks like Kumatada's back, but he's just loading assets, which I guess I'm assuming is a unit preloader or something.
Okay. Still says he's off. Okay.
Jeterix is like, who makes 2 Reapers? I didn't even realize he made 2 Reapers. I thought he made 1.
Me neither. I didn't see 2 Reapers. Alright, we're entering into, oh, looks like the stream went red. Oops. Okay, because we had a few dropped frames there. Not too bad, though.
All right, we finally got Kumatada back in here, and both players are ready. So we're heading into our second game in this semifinals. See who's gonna go ahead into the finals.
All right, man. Yeah, Kuna, his specialty seems to be really utilizing the drop and microplay really well.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's his general play style. He's like really aggressive type of player, I think.
Yeah.
Anyhow, at the bottom left, we have our blue Protoss. He is down 0-1, trying to tie it up and send it to an ace match. It is a Jeterix.
And at the top, the French Red Terran. Up a game, it's Kunamatata. Feel free to rate those intros in chat, guys. So, 16 bit's a pretty big map as well. So it's interesting because you do have the pocket expansion, but beyond that, the 4th base is really hard to take. It's super exposed. If you take this base here, you got the rocks, and you got 2 attack paths coming in, and this one's just as bad. You're on the low ground, and you have 2 attack paths in as well. So it's a, I guess players can macro to that 3-base game, but then that 4th base is a position that is really hard to hold.
For some reason, I feel like, I don't know, just me, maybe it's just me, but this map reminds me of like Acid Plant with a pocket expand. Just like
Yeah, I can see that.
layout.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, the maps, a lot of the standard maps, just are similar right now. I feel like, with these long ridges in the middle of the map. Not a lot of big open maps. I feel like as there used to be. You know, like Frost or Catalina or what's that one called? I can't remember very many map names, but I feel like the kind of meta of the last year or two, maybe for Latvi, has been the plateaus in the middle of the map, ridges, and yeah, that kind of look.
Yeah.
And sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Couldn't getting the reactor tech lab. So might go for that marine tank style, or yeah, might get some Hellions out and try to do some pressure with the Hellion Reaver, then switch into tanks. We've seen him do that quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking very similar to the last build, I think, the last game. He's getting the Hellions. Now this is gonna be tougher because this is up main ramp, which is harder to get through. So I don't actually see him getting through as easily as last game. But we'll see. He's got his third and fourth Hellions out, and he will be moving out.
And looks like Jetrix going for that blink style again.
Yeah, so pretty much mirror matchup, same opening as the last game. However, this time it's going to be harder for him, for Kunamatata to go through to the ramp. And I think that actually it looks like that that warp gate is later.
Oh my goodness, though, great angle for the Hellions, and Adepts are terrible against that. The Reaper's in, and Warp Gate is just coming up now. Luckily, it will take the Hellions a long time to plow through that pylon, and the Hellions will go back, but lost to Adepts pretty much for free there, and a probe as well.
Yeah.
I just gotta kill his own pylon.
That pylon really helped him, saved him from getting his probes killed. It was a really smart move by Jetrix, so well done there by Jetrix, but Kunamatata did, I feel like, got a bit of an edge from that, got the 2 Adepts.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is an interesting position. Jetrix has a full vision of this, but he has that 1 Observer up, but this is actually could be pretty scary, that two dropship timing that's going to be coming out. If it's scouted, Jetrix will have some time to defend with the blink, but it all will come down to how well he defends. Money scan, though.
Yeah.
That's huge, seeing that.
Yeah, it's always nice to pick off an observer here and there whenever you can as a Terran.
Jetrix going double forge as well. Charged. So, I'm a little bit confused. He's not committing really at all to the blink play, but I think since he was picked apart by those medevac play last time, he wants to get a task group of stalkers out with blink just to be safe, and then he will transition into maybe the more standard Colossus charge, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, this game is already started to be different because, as you can see, Jetrix has his army at home this time with his blink stalkers, so he's not gonna get blindsided by this. He's gonna actually have units to defend at home. I think he needs a bit more stalkers though, because his attack is looking to be pretty strong.
He's got a medevac at home too. Might go for a drop there. Yeah, and this is a stim timing. How good will Jetrix blink Micro be here? He's attacking now with all his units. There's no shield batteries here. I think that's a crucial point here. the Hellions doing pretty nice chewing through here.
Oh,
There's one medevac.
wow, what a timing.
Yeah. These stim timings are so powerful, and the probes are fish in a barrel here with the Hellion. Such a nice touch. Stimming forward. The Blink Mike is not there at all. Gonna gun down that third. Like it's butter. So many probes going down. Wouldn't be surprised if he taps here.
Yeah. Oh man, Janet's getting another base.
GG's called.
Yeah. GG. Wow. So this is tied 1-2. Oh, actually, the Kuna Matata one. No.
Yeah, Kuna wins. 2-0.
Oh yeah, Kuna. Okay, there we go. That concludes our second semifinals, and here we go with our finals. Finally.
Yeah, it's I predicted Kuna at Jardozer, right? That was my prediction. Pretty sure.
I think, yeah. I think he was even. No wait, I think Drotimus even. Yeah, Drotimus might have also predicted that.
He said Jin. I'm pretty sure.
Oh right, yeah, Jin, close second. Okay.
That was actually a bit of a surprise Jin didn't go farther. But yeah, Kuna Matata, Jardozer, two guys who are on the coming up. And yeah, so good finals. And another TVZ. I'll take it. Would have liked to see some more PVTs at this point, but right, so these each get one veto because this is a best of 5 for our finals. And of course this is for the money. Kuna, if he's probably gonna veto Dreamweaver. Or whatever that thing is called that they put on their little dashboards. Forget. Or what's the other one? Darkness.
Darkness Sanctuary.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's that or okay. Dreamcatcher is what it is. Not a big surprise. If this goes to Game 5, which would like in theory, but it might get a little bit late here. If it goes to there, so then we will see Darkness Sanctuary, which is an interesting map. And yeah, Darkness Sanctuary and 16-bit, so those will be the two maps besides the very standard Acid Plant Catalyst. Okay, so Acid Plant's going to be first, not a big surprise.
All right.
So we've got Lanfear. Right. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Lanfear's still in the chat, man. Thanks for sticking with us. It's been long.
Yeah, we've been here for 3 hours approaching. So, thanks for still watching. Guys, before we go ahead and start this, type into the chat who you think will win.
I'm predicting. I'm gonna say Jardozer 3-1. Here we go.
All right,
it's in stone. My reputation's on the line.
If you're wrong, you get a name. Nah, it's like
yeah, gotta change my name to Bruins fan. Yeah, someday Sippy Cup will beat me, and I'll have a name change.
I want to see you versus Sippy Cup on a stream one day.
Yeah, I was gonna stream it, then I forgot about it.
Yeah, I mean it's always next time, so
sure.
All right, here at the bottom right, it is the blue Zerg. Some people would say he is the favorite to win this. We shall see. It is none other than Jardozer.
And at the top, the red, Terran hailing from Quebec. Soon, California, though. It's Kuna Matata, which I believe is a Lion King reference, right?
I have no idea.
Okay, I could be wrong on that.
I forgot what happened in The Lion King. It's been so long since I watched that movie, so I actually don't remember what happened in there.
Yeah, Lion King has like a weird cult following.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I think it's the most popular Disney movie. Maybe I forgot.
I'd be surprised.
In terms of like box office, I think.
Yeah, I think because like now, people just watch, like, kids can watch like anything, you know. There's like Netflix exists and stuff, but back then, like, you didn't have as many options. So there was like one movie, kids saw the same movie like thousands of times. So at least
Yeah.
that was my experience. Like, there's one movie in theaters. There's no such thing as Netflix and Hulu.
Like back in the day, we had to watch our
When I was a
movies in the
kid.
theater. You had to buy those VHS tapes.
Exactly, I know. That's- So what's your prediction of this series? You gotta give a prediction.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna also have to say Jardozer here. And I'm gonna say 3-0.
3-0. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bold. I mean, I think Kuno will be able to get a game. Be able to make
Yeah,
some sort of play work.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's 3-1, but you know, it's around that area, I guess. I don't expect it to go to the 5th game.
Sure. And solid timed. There's that 2:45 third base timing. Idyllic. And yeah.
Did you remember the Jardozer Yenfu series, like what the score was?
I'm pretty sure it was a 2-0.
2-0? Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, yeah, I'm
I guess
96% sure it's a 2-0.
okay, I'll just check afterwards and make sure in the history.
Okay.
Yeah, because the score wasn't updated, so in the challenge site, so. All right, so Kuna Matata gonna go ahead and looks like almost the same build as as the last series against Jerix, but this time it's gonna go against a Zerg, and also he's not going for that Ghost Academy type of. Oh, actually we have a run by from Jardozer.
Oh my goodness, this is sick. Oh, shield your eyes, Terrence. This is
Wow,
run
this
by.
reminds me so much of Guitar Cheese.
Yes, this is. Oh my goodness. And then the Hellions getting wrapped up too. Munch.
Oh boy. Already we have 12 workers down for Kuna Matata here. Wow, that was really great, greatly done by Jardoz there, catching the Hellions out in the middle of the map, and he got the Overlord on there, so he knew when the Hellions were gonna move out. So nicely played.
Yeah, I mean, that was something pretty simple, but it just, that's so huge in a game. You know, splitting your Ling into 2 groups and then sending one in and just putting them to work. It's really not that crazy of a concept, but if you just the little things, the Ling control like that like you said, reminiscent of Guitar Cheese or even some really good players like Life, make the most happen with very small amounts of units at a time. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, and all these Zerg players like just keep wondering like how did they get so much done with just a few amount of lanes? It's like, why can't I do that? Why can't I be GM?
It's that map presence, man.
Yeah.
I truly think that's the one of the biggest differences between well, I don't know exactly what the league is, but that's one of the steps to being a really good GM player is just having that map sense and map presence. Because I mean the maps aren't that, you play the same maps, so just having an overlord in the right spot at the right time can win you the game. Honestly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Kind of beating that dead horse, but whatever.
I mean, yeah. Look at just not just the overlord on the cliff there, but even the one near the main base, between his main and third or fourth. He's got another one, so he can scout in later on if he wanted to. He did get the drop if he was paying attention, so he should be prepared for this. A lot of lanes here. Oh, and these two medevacs this get absolutely nothing done here. And in the meantime, Jardoza is going to get his fourth base before Kuna Matata is getting his third base. He doesn't even have a third CC on the way yet.
Yeah. And Bane speed is also on the way. Gonna have +1 for the Lings, so this could be a really strong Bane Ling timing if he defends these drops, which I think he will because he does have the creep spread.
Oh wow, he's getting a fifth base even.
Yeah, why not double expand? Well, that's his fourth.
Oh, he's actually.
Oh
he's
wow,
drawing
you're right.
He's drawing the Lings towards to the left side, while there's a group of Lings at the right side. Oh, he's not actually attacking at the same time. Okay, now he goes in. Now there's no Lings here, so he won't get any drones killed. But he might actually get this hatchery. But I think the Lings might. Oh, actually, he might actually lose his hatch.
Yeah, nice play from Kuna. That's good awareness.
Yeah, that's been his calling card throughout tonight, just dropping incessantly.
Now the main's going to be a little bit of a risk too. Jardozer's Lings are just kind of okay. There's a debit one queen. We'll push it off. That's kind of weird. But
it's an OP queen there.
Yeah, I think he wasn't paying attention to that. And there's an overlord there which sees everything now. Drop now. There will be links in the massive Bane morph. So yeah, that fifth base of Jardozer. I mean, that's nice because he lost the fourth, but not that big of a deal. I mean, it is a big deal, but not.
It worked out
big
in the end.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna focus firing nice with the Banes.
Yeah, so this is the tough part about relying on Lings and Banelings throughout the mid game is that you don't have anything to defend against drops. You don't have like mutas to snipe down while they're flying, so you gotta like be careful and be precise with your army splitting. But instead, it looks like Jardos is going in for a kill here.
Oh my goodness, the Banes.
Oh wow!
Yeah, this is a lot of Lings. Not a ton of Banes though. But I think this third base is forfeit.
Yeah, and it's not even finished. Oh my god, it's like 98% finished.
Yeah, so they actually will be able to get a cancel. So a small victory here, though. With the mine shots, really nice dodge from Jardozer. And there's a drop.
Cancel too.
And streaming through, he didn't close the supply depot. That's good. Now on top of a massive Bane morph. Oh my goodness, this is hard to watch.
Cover your eyes. Hide your wife. Hide your kids.
Totally. Yeah. But this is game one. Sorry. Preemptively.
Oh, and the swarm just keeps going. Lings streaming across the map to the base. There's attack at the. Oh, okay. Never mind. Forget about that. Jardozer is going to go ahead and take game one of this best of 5 series. So well played there by Jardoza, looking really strong here in this first game.
Wow, Jardozer might be the new flagship player. We'll see. You know, that like brought me back to watching Guitar Cheese play TVZ.
I know, right?
Yeah.
This reminded me so much of that. Oh, let's go ahead and check the history. Okay, Jardozer won the last game. Oh wait, go to Jardozer map history.
Oops. Kuna taking a few minutes to consider his map choice. And 16-bit. All right.
All right. So okay, looks like Jardozer did win 2-0 against Yenfu. So let's go ahead and put that in this challenge page.
Hasn't dropped a map, right?
I don't think so. He did get only like one game against Veins or Fade. I think because they hide their match history on one of them, or maybe I don't know.
Oh, okay.
All right, both players already feeling inspired for this second game. Let's see if Kuna Matata can tie it up. Boy, it's going to be hard against Jardozer, the way he kind of dominated that first game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering if Kuna at a certain point is going to want to move away from this really drop harass heavy style, which has got him really far, and maybe look into something like mech or some sort of timing push. But we'll see.
Now, yeah, okay. Actually, I'm going to hold that thought after the player introduction. At the top right, we have our blue Zerg player looking really dominant in game one. Can he repeat that performance? It is Jardozer.
And at the bottom, down a game, it's Kuna Matata as the Red Terran.
So, as I was going to say before the player introduction, this is the same map that Kuna Matata, I believe, he did the Ghost Hellion build.
Yeah, correct.
So we might actually see that again, which is a pretty strong build, by the way. And we'll see if he does it, and how Jardozer are gonna respond to it.
Yeah, that would be a solid choice here. And he's gonna just I think honestly he needs to place a different style than he did last game. And yeah, I'm not sure if Jardozer was watching those games, if he saw that, and might be suspecting that a little bit. But I mean, what's the Zerg hard counter to that build? Roach or
To the ghosting.
yeah?
I believe you need to get I think during the engagement, you need to get a good surround on the Hellions. So first you gotta like scout it and like prepare in time, or maybe even like if you like get lucky and get blind counter, you were going for aggression and managed to get enough links to get this around, maybe. And also I think maybe possibly banelings maybe, but I think Ghost can snipe that, so it's kind of tough.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, definitely the Roach I think would do great, but usually, Zerg player doesn't just open Roach like that unless they actually scouted it, you know?
Yeah, that's true. So just a Reaper expand for Kuna, and standard for everyone else. Kuna not gonna lose that Reaper. Oh, okay. Just gotta be careful. Seems like Kuna's had a little bit of a tendency to lose Reapers.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess I have more than...
you gotta micro that and then also macro. So you don't want to slip on your macro. So sometimes, yeah, you end up losing the Reaper there.
And a pretty fast third for Kuna. I mean, that was about dead similar timing of the hatch and the third CC, so that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Sushi has joined the Twitch chat. Welcome, Sushi. You did state that PsiX is rich with Zerg players, which I have to agree.
Yeah, man. Guitar Cheese, no. Jardozer.
We got Fire Zerg as well. Even Sissy Yip as well, which is a really great Zerg player.
Yeah. Got a lot of GM players that just don't. Some of them are less active, but yeah. And of course, a lot of players on the cusp on the M Masters 1 area. A lot of players in that zone who are really close to GM. So no Ghost Academy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
No Ghost Academy, so he isn't doing that strict push, but he is going to still push out with some Hellion Reaper and a Viking as well. So, you know, a nice push. He's do some push and harassment at the front, maybe kill some Creep Tumors, and get a couple of Overlords. A nice, slightly aggressive build for Kuna.
Okay, so he's going to go ahead and try to focus on the Creep Tumor actually finished just in time, so no Creep Tumor for him there. Now, I actually going to make a prediction here. I think if Kuna Matata does lose this game, I feel like that Ghost Hellion build will be, you know, taken out and be played on the Dirt game, I feel. You know, in the best of 5 series, you want to kind of change it up. You don't want to have play the same build 3 times in a row. So I feel like Kuna Matata might pull that out for next game if he does lose this. Or maybe if he does win. Either way.
Yeah, true. He's going to want to put that in his arsenal. And, yeah, so it's nice with this Viking, able to pick off quite a few Overlords, and Jardozer was briefly supply blocked. Actually, both players were briefly supply blocked there. But yeah, it takes away the vision of the Overlords. So a good investment for the Viking. And yeah, if this Hellion Force could pick up this drone, that would be nice. Go get it. Delaying the fourth.
Actually, as I was talking about changing it up, it looks like Jardozer's changing up. He's getting Spire, so we might actually see some mutas here in just a second. Oh wow, he's gonna play the Bangling mutas, which is not as common these days as before, because you know muta's not as good anymore. But I like this.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be expecting mutas at all. They're just not really a part of the meta. And might get caught a little bit flat-footed here. Kuna's going into this tank style that we saw him. So actually, this is very similar to the game he played against Chris, except didn't go for the Ghost Academy. But everything else is actually very similar. And then he's getting the tank, so it looks like he's going to go for a tank push, which he might be doing now. See. But yeah, like you said, mutas, they could be a really nice economic force. Although it looks like the Hellions will scout it, so that's a nice pickup for Kuna.
Oh wow, yeah, he actually Kuna Matata does not have any anti-air at home. He's trying to make some turrets. I think it will be up in time, but these mutas gonna go ahead and pull Kuna Matata back. So he's actually not gonna go ahead and attack now. He's gonna buy him time to get enough forces, enough lings, and enough Balings to defend against that.
I think yeah, Jardos are expected there to be turrets in the mid lines, but would have liked to see him just book straight for that pocket expansion. There would have not have been turrets up in time at that point. And instead he's just trying to dance around, making a few pickups in the army. But I think a little bit of a missed opportunity there for Jardozer. and getting +2 flyer attacks as well. Or just +1, sorry. Muta's diving in here and getting on top of some of the supply depots. And medevacs as well, getting them.
Game paused.
Ooh, looks like somebody paused. So there's lag. Okay. Normally it is about etiquette to ask for a pause first, but I guess if it's something really bad, then it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you explain it. Like, I hate when people online are just like pausing the game and they just don't talk. They don't explain.
Yeah. At least he gives a little explanation. That's fine.
Yeah.
Players know each other. It's not a big deal.
Game resumed.
Okay, and yeah, so looks like Jardozer's getting on top of the production here. He's picked up a few units and getting on top of some of the extensions.
Oh, but he's getting a counterattack at the third base or the fourth base of Jardozer, and he's gonna actually maybe evacuate this. He does have another base at the top, so he's gonna go evacuate his drones, and he's gonna go in with the banelings. So much banelings.
Oh my
All
goodness!
the bio.
That was
And
insane.
the mutas are still across the map, doing damage at the main base. Oh man.
Muta's actually might want it to just stay there. There's no reason to. Okay, the Aztec actually going to try to intercept these medevacs, and it looks like it will work. I don't think they'll be able to stream in time. They will get the medevacs, so nice pickup here. Thor will pop, so a glimmer of hope maybe in the defense against the mutas, but looks like Jardos are just getting ready to come in.
I mean, yeah, like 5 bases for Jardozer, and Kuna Matata's third base is not even finished yet. It's about to be, but he's so behind economy-wise, and I think Jardozer just sitting really pretty here. Just need to contain him, and I think he should be able to win this game just as long as he doesn't, suffer from any drop damage or stuff. And he can't really drop because the mutas are out there.
Yeah, Muta is just harassing and getting some reactors, a couple SCVs here and there. Really love these mutas from Jardozer. Thinking outside the box, outside of the traditional meta.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my goodness, the sandwich on the Thor, terrible. And this fourth will be denied. And the mutas might even, okay, we won't be able to kill it fast enough, I don't think. We'll see. Going to be a match repair. And do nice Thor. Looks like he's just going to try to get it. Yeah, he's going to get it.
Oh, but the muta drop.
Oh
my god. The repair wasn't enough.
The
Wow,
last shot. That was intense. Okay. Yeah, Jardozer's at this point, he's so economically ahead that, I mean, that was probably the nail in the coffin. We'll see.
Okay, so the scary thing about for Jardozer here is that he's still relying on Ling Bailing, which is not the most obvious of army composition. Oh, but he's gonna go ahead and actually sacrifice these Bailings on top of these tanks and Thors.
Yeah.
Oh man, not the best trade, but he can afford it.
Yeah, I mean, he's 2 bases ahead, and then the SCV kills. Oh my goodness, massive hit there. Kuna's just falling apart. Jardozer's 6th base is going to be up soon. 52 lings on the way. Probably just stream lings in at this point.
Yeah, he's probably gonna win this game with just Ling Bailing.
Yeah.
And he's got his ultra. He's transitioning into ultras pretty soon. As soon as that is done. In the meantime, he's just gonna go rely on Hydralis and Lings and Banelings. But I don't see Kuna Matata taking this 4th base anytime soon. He's gonna try to rely on drops which is in his calling card throughout the whole night. But again, I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to do enough damage. I mean, there's no mutas here, but there's still Hydras that can snipe down the Medorex.
Yeah, he was really smart getting a couple Hydras there. Nice future thinking, and those will get some damage on the medevacs. And this drop will get cleaned up. Kind of a bad angle there, but doesn't really matter that much. Loses one of the medevacs. And yeah. Jardozer's not even maxed. I guess he's just waiting for supply for the ultras.
Yeah. And also he's being crazy smart, so he has all the branches, whether he wants Ultralisk, whether he wants Corruptors, Mutas, or even Broodlords. He's got everything, all the answers he needs to go against what Kuna Matata's army composition is.
Yeah, one thing that's actually, I mean, I feel like with this Ling Force, I mean, Jardozer could have forced the issue a little bit more there. Honestly, that first like replenishing wave of 52 Lings could have just come in here and traded it out against the army. Now we've got a 4th base established, so I'm not, you know, super worried, but I still think that Jardozer might have been a little bit too passive here. We'll still win, but I guess he's just taking his time being safe, which is a smart play. Now he's coming in here, and there's actually quite a few tanks. Bane's rolling in here. Doors is soaking up quite a bit, and Bane's just suiciding on the SUVs. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Dropping the 3rd, not doing much, and so many SUVs died. It's insane. Actually dropped doing a lot here. The 6th base of Jardozer, he just lost that. He might lose a Viper. Did he lose that? He escaped with it.
Yeah.
He lost it.
Yeah, 6th base goes down, but man, he's on 5 base still. It's like Kuna Matata is like right now on like, I don't know, like 1 base, just because of the mining is pretty much done in the main and natural.
Yeah, this is still gonna be just single. And oh my goodness, that's so many Vipers. I mean, have so many for Dark Swarms on the tanks and stuff that there's just not going to be, this force is just going to roll through and banking a ton of gas. So Jardoz was just playing it ultra safe. I think he probably could have won by now. Just kept rushing him. Anyway, you know, no need to force the issue as a Zerg.
Yeah, this was once said, when you're ahead, you get more ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think once the Ultralisk starts popping out and he maxes out, I think he will begin to attack.
Alright, here we go. This Viper play is going to be interesting here. He's maxed. Or very, very, very near maxed. And the abducts, he's going to abduct a couple of things.
I'm not sure about these abducts.
Yeah, that's kind of, I'm not sure if that's definitely not the most efficient use. He needs to save them for Dark Swarms. And,
Dark Swarms.
Oh, sorry. What's it called? Blinding Clouds? Yeah. There we go. Blinding Clouds down on the tanks, and Bane's rolling in. Weird fight. Okay, abducts. Yeah. Not a good fight at all for Jardoz, actually.
But at this point, you can just keep trading. Just trade and keep the army supply of the Terrans down. And he's got quite a bank to just, oh, look at that. 8 Ultras. Oh my god.
Yeah. So he'll still win here, but I mean, I think honestly getting the Vipers didn't even need to go that way. But yeah, just, you know, I guess getting all the tech options out there. Looks like Kuna gonna be going in for some more drops, but the Remax is very fast for Jardozer.
Yeah, he's already pretty much maxed out at this point. Yeah, but he's even getting a 7th base, so just keeping up on his macro, and probably will end this game with this next attack. As boy, that's a lot of ultras there.
Yeah,
and there are they're all I think maxed out in terms of their upgrades. Yeah.
The armor's going to be pretty insane. Here we go. The Ultras diving in here on top of these troops. Veins rolling in. The fourth base is full-fitted for Kuna. Ultras munch. And we probably will see Kuna tap out here very shortly. GG is called. Jardos are going up 2-0.
Yep. One game away from winning this MVP Cup.
Nicely done, Jardozer. Maybe we'll see a 3-0. He's looking pretty unstoppable at this point.
I did predict the 3-0.
Yeah, I gave myself a little bit of wiggle room with 3-1.
I mean, who knows? Kuna Matata still might. He still has not bring out that Ghost build, the Ghost Hellion build. So that might actually be the game where he can take get the first point on the scoreboard for him, and start a comeback. And it looks like Lost and Found will be our next match. And I feel like these are the 3 main maps we've been playing all night. I mean, including 16-bit too, but we did not play on Dreamcatcher. We did not play on Redshift or Darkness Sanctuary. So looks like we have our 4 favorite maps.
Cool. All right, and I did ask Jardozer if he wins this. He said he's up to hopping in voice chat, I guess, and we can ask him a couple questions.
All right, that's sweet. We'll hopefully get his thoughts on this finals game and also throughout the whole night. And also interested to see whether this win sparks some more passion into as a StarCraft passion.
Yeah, really fun. Think of a couple questions to ask him.
Like, where do babies come from?
the big questions in life.
I've just like wonder, like, you know, in the future, if you have like, you know, you have like a family, you know, have kids, and let's say you have like a 5-year-old, and the 5-year-old just like one day suddenly asks you like, where do babies come from? Like, how do you answer that?
It's like it has to do with the moon and the tides, and a lot of stuff like that.
All right, here at the top right, we have our Zerg player. He is up 2-0, 1 win away from winning this MVP Cup. It is Jardozer.
And at the bottom, the Frenchman down, but not out yet. It's the Red Terran, Kuna Matata.
Oh, actually, oh wait, never mind. I was just thinking of something, but it looks like just a regular build from Kuna Matata. I thought he was gonna. I just thought that his gas was like extra early, but I think it was just standard. All right, so far, you know, Kuna Matata has been beaten pretty handily, I'll say. Like, I didn't think the games were like too closed. So that's a little bit worrisome for Kuna Matata. So let's see what he can pull out of the bag to, you know, hopefully win this game.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, like you said, that ghost build very much could be a possibility. I feel like at this point, I don't think Kuna can win a straight up macro game against Jardozer. Could be wrong, but well, I guess he's playing drop, but he might just try to do that and just try to play really careful. But well, I guess the tipping point in last game was the Muta switch, really.
I mean, I still agree with your, you know, assessment that in the macro game, Jardozer's probably gonna have a better chance winning. So I don't know. I feel like Kuna Matata's best chance is to, like, I don't know, go for a all in or a cheese or a rush or something of some sort. But it looks like he's just gonna go ahead into a standard macro game as well, getting that factory and Reaper actually getting past the lanes here.
Ooh, gonna get caught. I talked about it last game.
Yep, I was just about to say.
That's, I mean, like, I don't like to, try to point out all the faults, but that's something that I think not a, it's being really greedy with your Reaper is not a good thing. Now, it's not the end of the world, but it's set to trend in the game when a Zerg gets that pickup, and then you lose the scouting potential later, and then your Reaper push is not strong. But anyways, for this game, it looks like we do have that ghost push.
Oh, and I'll say this is pretty much his go-to build, or his the build that he's most known for, and so I like this choice to go for this build. He's down 0-2, needs a win, and so we'll see how much this damage this does and whether he can execute it. But oh my God, Jardozer going for a counterattack. Oh my God, this is gonna hurt again. Oh my, catching
The scout.
the ghost.
Oh my goodness. This is just, oh.
This is like the first game.
This went south very fast. Losing the Hellions. Man.
Oh man, yeah, that's pretty tough here.
I feel bad for Kuna at this point.
You were asking how to counter it? I think this will be the counter.
Yeah. Well,
So pretty much Jardozer channeling his inner guitar cheese. I don't know if he's overextending here though.
yeah, that was a really bad angle. That was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, but I think he's still in a good spot. I mean, 40 to 28 workers, and yeah, that was just really painful.
Still in a good spot for sure, but I think those links could have delayed mining quite a bit longer. And yeah, I guess that's a pickup for Kuna that he can take to the bank here. Still trying to produce scouts. Maybe he's still going to try to get this done. He's supply blocked again. He's been supply blocked a few times in this series. That's a pretty big deal at this point.
Yeah, you
And
can't produce that that third ghost.
Yeah, and he doesn't really have the energy for a call down. Even if he did, that's a mule that he's going to lose for call downs. So that's a pretty big deal. And the third is so well established. He's got queens and a spine crawler here. Decent creep spread, so I don't see this attack doing much. There's so many Banes.
Man, Jardozer just playing this really well so far.
Wow.
Now it's still not over yet. I mean, Kumatata can still come back into this game, but he's gonna have to get some damage done with these Ghosts and Hellions. And I think getting this drone at the 4th might be a good start.
Now there are some lings. Okay, there are lings. Now luckily, the depots are up. That hasn't always been a guarantee throughout this series. The depots have been open several times. That's a good defense there. And oh, the Banes though. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Ouch. Those were slow Banes too. Wow.
Oh man, that's like opening a door and a bazooka just coming to your face. You just walked into those banelings.
That was a really tough angle there. Wow. This is just getting discouraging.
Worse and worse.
Who can stop? You know what I think we need to do? We need to organize a PsiX Pro Series matchup with Jardozer and some really good player so that we can see him challenged.
Yeah. I mean, he did actually win the last PsiX Pro Series, 5-4. He was
Right.
down like he had to come back in that. I think he was like down like 3 or 4 to 1 or something like that, and he made a great comeback. So he did have a good challenge last game. I mean, last series, last Pro Series.
Who's that? Who did he play again? I missed that. I think.
I believe he played against Denver, maybe.
Oh,
I
Denver.
forgot.
Oh, right. I remember that. Yeah, that was a good series. And the third for Kuna, he's trying to establish it. And you know, I mean, Kuna's macro has been good as for what he has. You know, his
Yeah, considering the opening.
yeah, for sure. And Chardozer with a Overseer seeing everything here, and a drop's coming out, right?
Yeah. So he does see everything, but he does not see the medevac drop because there's actually no sensor towers on this map. There's not a good way to spot, this drop unless you just like spread your overloads, but they just get sniped. So looks like he's gonna get away with these medevacs. Will he respond? I think he's actually he's just retreating right now. He just spotted it.
Yeah, he sensed that, and he pulled even before he saw it. Well, actually, sorry, there was an overload over there. That's why. And now,
But the Banelings at the third of Kuna Matata.
oh my goodness. 12 SCVs just died.
Every time Kuna Matata looks like he's gonna go ahead and attack, Jardoza just goes ahead and come up with some type of counter attack.
Just crushes the hope out of him. Yeah, this is tough. There's a Widow Mine here. This could be a nice hit. And, I mean, the supplies are actually remarkably close. For all the economic damage that Kuna has done, it's actually surprising how well Kuna is macroed.
Yeah, that's true. But I do think Jardoza is banking on some. Okay, never mind. He just spent on 18 Banelings. Okay, so it's still not over for Kuna Matata. Oh no, that drop.
And there's some forces coming up here to repel this drop too. And now that there's Hydras on the field, that he can start siphoning some of these medevacs.
Oh my god, the Baneling counterattack, the natural of Kuna Matata.
Oh my goodness. More SCVs. How did those get in there? Dropper Lord or a Nidus?
No, he just went on the side from the side.
What? Where?
Came from the side.
Oh,
on
the supply depot is not raised?
The 9 o'clock, the 9 o'clock position, and the supply depot weren't raised. So
Oh my goodness.
now he's still at 55 workers, which is not too bad actually. If he can maybe get out a really good fight, maybe. Oh wow, Matata is like he's admits it. Yep, Jardoza is a strong player. You gotta face the fact there. It's really hard to beat him.
Yeah.
That's why he was the favorite to win this, as Drop the Miss and you called it.
Yeah. I mean, I watched him ladder a little bit the other day, and he was playing really strong games. Okay. So, it looks like Kuna's he's branching out to throw some neck play.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
3-prong attack.
There's blue everywhere, and Jardozer is rolling into Bane's. Kind of a weird angle attack, but the Hydras are coming in from both angles, munch, and there's not much left. The third is under siege.
Oh, oh man, these Banes could have killed a lot of SDs. Oh, they do so. But this third goes down, and Jardozer just fortifying his position. Playing like a true Master Zerg player. Just swarming units coming across the map, and SCV's gotta be pulled.
Dancing.
Oh, wow. And Jardozer will be your MVP May 2018 champion.
Awesome. That was that was a good series. And congrats to Kuna as well, the runner-up. He played well. Had a tough series against Chris for the semifinal, and
Mm-hmm.
then pulled it through and got to the final and went down 3-0, but he tried. He tried hard, and there's a pretty big skill difference there, so I think he should be proud of himself for what he did and learn from his mistakes.
Yeah, but Jardoza, man, he's went the whole tournament without dropping a single map. So
Yeah, that's insane.
congrats to him. He will win the $15 prize pool. Kuna Matata will not go home empty-handed. He will be winning $5 as well. So congrats to him as well. And are we getting that Jardoza interview?
I guess so. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him if he has the access to go to the casters chat.
Oh, I could actually I could pull him. I could move him there. Just gotta let me know if he's ready.
Or yeah, are you? Yeah, we'll see. He said I asked message him. He said he was cool with that. Let me just see. See if he's ready. Okay.
Okay, so he's ready whenever. So I'm just gonna move him to the voice chat. Move. How do I actually move him? All right, tell him to join the chat channel.
See, I DM'd him on Discord.
All right, so I'm gonna move him. Hey, Jardozer.
Yo.
Hey, what's up, man?
Congrats.
Thanks, guys.
Can you turn yourself up a little bit? I'm not sure if the stream will record that.
How's that?
Great.
Oh
Awesome.
yeah, that's better.
Perfect.
All right, so you won that finals 3-0. How do you feel about that whole series in general?
I thought that Kuna would actually win. I haven't been enjoying playing StarCraft lately and been pretty upset with the game, so I know he's kind of been killing it. So I was like, I'll probably lose, but I'm thoroughly surprised at how well I did, even against Yenfu as well.
Nice.
All right, Jardozer, I have a question for you. So you definitely reminded me and Snoopy a little bit of your play with the Ling play of Guitar Cheese a little bit. Were you inspired a little bit by him in that Ling play? Because you really, throughout this whole series, you utilized small groups of Lings to create a really big snowballing lead in your games against Kuna.
I would definitely say the Guitar Cheese has some effect on it, but I've been watching a lot of Stefano streams lately, and he plays very heavy Ling Bane only styles into a Hydra late game, like that last game I just played. So I would say it's a little bit of both. I've been practicing those super Ling heavy styles on ladder and beaten a couple of like top 16 players with it, so felt like I have gotten down how to use them, and so I've never used them against Kuna before, so I was like, I'll try to bust them out and see how it works.
Awesome.
Nice. Also, in that last game, or actually in the first game as well, I noticed that you did you opened really Ling heavy and did that Ling counterattack, which I feel like during that third game, Kuna Matata, he was pulling out that build, the Ghost Hellion build, which I feel like is hard to counter, but you managed to counter that pretty well. Is that like one of your go-to builds as a Zerg to just like counterattack as with Lings once you see the Hellions move out?
Yeah, so you have your overlord that places in front of the natural, and they can't really touch it until they have a Viking out or lift a building, which is not going to happen generally. So the best thing to do is you send the maiden large group of Lings around the back, and then you have a smaller group of Lings, so that when his Hellions push out, they get distracted, so that he's microing against, not dying, not losing his Hellions, and then your Lings just shred his SCV line because he has, you know what I mean? He's pulled in two places, and one of them you don't even have to do anything; you just let it do itself. So,
I see.
Yeah, and Jardozer, also you did a Muta switch in Game 2, which is not something we see a ton in TVZ nowadays. Are you a fan of Mutas and Muta switches?
I played a ton of Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm, so I've always been more keen towards Muta styles, and I've honestly had a hard time in ZVT learning how to not play them. But from watching Scarlet streams and things like that, I've come to find out that they have a special place. Like in that game, I don't think I ever went over 20 mutas. So I specifically used those mutas to do economic damage, pull his army back, give me time to get onto a full 80 drones, and then go into heavy Ling Bane and basically transition into the Stefano style that I was talking about earlier. My whole game plan was like, no matter what, I'm going to lose these mutas. That's why I sacked them on the 4th CC, is because I was just like, yeah, they're going to die no matter what. I don't really need them. I'll have map control after this because I've done so much damage, And so I say they have a special place, basically. You have a window of like 2 minutes before someone switches into Thors that you can actually do damage.
Yeah, you were so close on that 4CC. One shot away. Or mules down is close.
Yeah. All right, I have a two-part question. First, like after winning the MVP Cup, has that actually maybe helped inspire you or get back your passion for StarCraft? And then the second question is, what you gonna do with that $15?
So yeah, I mean, I love StarCraft. I've just been having a hard time lately because I did go from having 6K MMR to dropping to 5,400 at the beginning of the season. So I went on like a 20 game losing streak, and it made me not enjoy the game. And I've been slowly getting back to where I was. And even just barely in the chat, I was describing to Kuna, like I felt like my 6K MMR shape when I was playing against him, like I could see everything that was happening and completely react to it. So I would say like I'm a pretty emotional player, so I get tilted really easily. And I'm currently not tilted, so I'll probably play a bunch this weekend. It kind of goes day by day. I have a hard time losing, if I'm being honest. And then the $15 is going towards laundry. We're doing laundry right after this. So me and my girlfriend live in an apartment, and unfortunately there's no washer dryer hookup, so we're going to a laundromat.
I see.
All right, well, Jardozer, congrats again, and also well played to Kuna. I see him in the chat. And thanks for everyone who played. And Snoopy, do you have any last questions before we close out the night?
No, I just want to let everybody know that Tawa is tomorrow, the Tawa finals. So if you guys want to watch that, tune in tomorrow. And thanks again for tuning into this. I guess we're approaching around like 4 hours right now. So thanks for staying up, and yeah, thanks for everybody for tuning in.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, man. See you later.
See you
later.
All right, goodbye, everybody. This will be me and Snoopy tapping out. And yeah, like Snoopy said, be sure to check out the Tawat finals. I think Gravity and Jeterix will be casting that, so that'll be a treat. And yeah, take it easy, guys, and thanks for watching.